Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of NDB Media's Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday morning quarterbacks on Saturday. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. This is not a test. This is sports radio in 2026 from Bangor, Maine to Pomona, California. Yeah, from one hell to another. From Anchorage, Alaska to Miami, Florida. This is Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday morning quarterbacks on Saturday in our 18th year. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is 6:01 a.m. Do you know what that O is for? Oh my God, it's early. And we only have one speed here, folks, and that's warp speed or dumb speed, because that's what we do here on Sports Talk with the Guys. And of course, remember, we kill brain cells, and as such, we just might be the purveyors of the zombie apocalypse. You have been warned. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am the scorekeeper here on the Saturday morning extravaganza. And I guess I have to reset the camera, and I do apologize. Everyone, please let me know who you are and where you hail from. Thank you for joining me. And that's disgusting, isn't it? Ugh. But yeah, I had to readjust that camera, so I'm going to have to work with it again. Apparently, I had a total failure with my iPad this morning. And it is charging, and it looks like everything is back to normal now. And it's charging very well, so it's all good. Went to go see Brandy yesterday. Claudia and I did. And we missed her by merest of fractions of seconds. And it was a real shame, so hopefully we get a chance to see her real soon. But that is neither here nor there. And again, welcome. Again, hi to everyone in the chat room. Come on, drop a comment. Let me know who you are, who is suffering with me this early in the morning. It is right now. Let's see. My indoor sensor says 57. The outdoor sensor says 53. And weather.com says it's 54 degrees outside. So I do have the heater going this morning. It feels like 54, even though it says 53 outside. But in here is 57. But I already said that. The wind is heading out to the east at 1 mile per hour. It's coming out of the west. Oh. And the air quality is 91, which is moderate, which just kills me. It just rained a day ago, and we still didn't have good air. I don't understand what that was. Pressure is at 29.89 inches and stable. Visibility, there are a lot of clouds out there. At 6 miles per hour. Sunrise will be at 6:52 a.m. in less than 48 minutes. Humidity is at 95%. Yeah, I felt it, man. I felt that thing sticking to me. Anyway, the dew point is at 53 degrees, which is right now we're at the dew point. We're going to have to look up dew point shortly in Weather 101. Actually, folks, let's take a look. If Liz were here, she would tell us exactly what dew point is. And that didn't take very long, did it? We do miss Liz. I miss her. She was a big part of this program. Big part of the network. I would have to look it up. And I was a geography guy in college, mind you. Dew point. Let's see. 105, 106. Dew point. This is probably a good time to address the dew point. I know, I'm being sarcastic. You know it's important because weather forecasters mention it often, but it's rarely well explained. I am not a weather forecaster. Just remember that the warmer the air is, the more water vapor can hold. 95% humidity. When the air can no longer hold any more water, condensation occurs. That's like when I speak. When this change happens up in the clouds, it forms rain. On the ground, it makes dew. So the dew point is a temperature at which the vapor in the air will begin to condensate, which is pretty much right now. For instance, if the current temperature is 80 degrees Fahrenheit and the forecast says it's 70, you know it has to get 10 degrees colder before dew can form. Dew is forming outside. It does. I don't know. There's a song that kind of sounds like that, but I'm not going to do that. The UV index obviously is 0 of 11. The moon phase is a waxing crescent, and sunset will be at 5:13 p.m. Pacific time. So thank you for that. Let me know how cold or warm it is where you are. Today in sports history, Robinson's record contract. Jackie Robinson in 1950 signed the highest contract in Dodgers history at $35,000. That was an annual contract. Back in 1987, Australian Open women's tennis, Hana Mendlikova of Czechoslovakia wins her fourth and final Grand Slam singles crown, beating Martina Navratilova 7-5, 7-6. And finally, in 2021, in the NFC Championship, Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Green Bay Packers 31-26. Taking a look at National Rugby League, nothing is on the schedule. Less than 3 weeks, give or take. National Rugby League, they open up here on February 14th. Well, not here, but on February 14th here. Not down under, not over there. Where they're going to start the Harvey Norman All-Stars, male and female, on the 14th. And actually, I take it back. The Whistler preseason challenge begins on round 1 on February 6th. Bulldogs visit Cowboys in the 7th. Dragons visit the 9th. So that's preseason, but we have some stuff already going and blowing, folks. Good morning. Good morning. I already have some likes. Good morning, Gridiron Girl. Good morning, Peter Gama. And thank you, Mr. Gama. I get that because that's what they used to call him at Thrifties. For some reason, they knew how to pronounce his name, but they would say, hey, Gama. Was that Paramo that did that? I think it was. He was one of them. But I never, ever lost that. The things that annoy people, that's what you don't forget. It's just there. So, like this desk is annoying Claudia, my assistant. She wants to get her hands all over it. Typical of the desk. But she does. And she's been doing a marvelous job cleaning up this office, and I'm eternally grateful to her. But typical, she wants to get her hands on this desk, but I'm sure she will. And I'm looking forward to it. But continuing around the horn, AVP. Wow. The schedule is out for the AVP. Let me see. They still have the 2025 season up? What is that, man? But anyway, if you do check it out, the AVP Heritage. Ooh, I just felt the heater right now. Ooh, it felt kind of warm. May AVP Huntington Beach Open is May 15th to the 17th. AVP Heritage Contenders will begin April 17th to the 19th, literally right after tax season. So, of course, summer. Who wants to play at the beach in cold weather? That's cold. That's bad. In PGA, remember, Ladies Pro Golf, 75 years. That's what's going on right now. And let's see, do we have 2026? No. So they haven't started just yet? Come on, ladies. Yeah, something's wrong with the website. Let's take a look at the men's leaderboard. All right, right now, American Express. Hey, they're in my card, man. Don't leave home without it, baby. There it is. The American Express, La Quinta, California, January 22nd to the 25th. And Scotty Scheffler is tied with Blades Brown, minus 17, 127. Coming all alone in third, Siwoo Kim, minus 16, 128. Tied for fourth, S.H. Kim and Matt McCarty, minus 15 and 129. So 2 Americans and 2 South Koreans. And the Mitsubishi Electric Championship at Hualalai in Kailua Kona, Hawaii, January 26th through the 25th. January 22nd through the 25th. I know, I screwed that up. Stuart Sink is tied with Freddie Jacobson at minus 15, 129. Angel Cabrera and Stephen Ames tied for third, minus 14 and 130. And coming in all alone at fifth, Fred Couples, minus 13 and 131. That's all we have going right now. And as we do traditionally, we go over the NHL, which last night, the scores in the NHL, there were 8 games yesterday. That's kind of cool. So let's take a look at this. Let's share the screen. Ándale, toma, como dicen. Actually, my former supervisor used to say that. The Golden Knights, 6-3 over the Maple Leafs. The Lightning, 2-1 over the Blackhawks. The Stars, 3-2 over the Blues. Flyers, 73 over the Avalanche. Capitales 3-1 over the Flames. The Devils 5, the Canucks 4. The Sharks upended the Rangers 3-1, and the Ducks doubled up on the Kraken. Release the Kraken! Shelton did that in Big Bang Theory. I understand. And the Ducks doubled up on the Kraken, which I believe I just said. So let's go over the standings right now. And this is by division. You have in the Eastern, the Atlantic, Tampa Bay Lightning, 68, followed by the Detroit Red Wings, 67 points. In the Metropolitan, the Carolina Hurricanes are 67 points. I know R actually said R. They have 67. Pittsburgh Penguins, 61. In the Western and the Central Conference, the Colorado Avalanche. I told you about Evelyn, right? In my 7th and 8th grade. She was a bigger girl, rather well endowed. And Robin, we get run over by Evelyn every now and then. She referred to her as Avalanche. I don't know why. I see the Colorado Avalanche and I reminisce. 77 points. Dallas Stars 67, tied with the Minnesota Wild. And in the Pacific, the Vegas Golden Knights are keeping it up, 62 points, followed by the Edmonton Oilers. The Ducks 57. Matthews Sharks 55. The Kings 53, tied with the Kraken. I don't know why I do that. The Kraken. I guess to make that sound, I have to, look like death incarnate. The Kraken. Maybe I'm just showing off the dental work. I cracked a molar. I didn't tell anyone this. If only. I cracked a molar on the cruise. So I'm getting a crown on Monday. Oh, mama. Being retired, I do not have the same insurance that I had before. It's about $500. It's about $1,300 in total, but I'm only paying $500. Crazy. The Calgary Flames 47 and the Vancouver Canucks 39 points. And that pretty much rounds off that. Do we have any news in Major League Baseball? Yeah, actually, we do have a little bit of news. We get to that right now. Carlos Beltran, who was on the cheating team in 2017, has been elected to the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. And boy, are there a lot of children crying on the internet right now. It's done. This is beyond me. It's a waste of time to argue. It either is or isn't, 1 or 0, plus or minus, stupid or me. I mean, it's the way it is. Yeah, I said it. Kraken. Release the Kraken. This is Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks on Saturday. On the Saturday Extravaganza. We are in our 18th year. I bet you all the neighbors that are up early in the alley, they're like, what's going on out there? I'm like, the scorekeeper. Carlos Beltran, elected Baseball Hall of Fame, as well as Andrew Jones. They get the much-coveted Hall call. So congratulations to them, and it is what it is. We're going to go over the voting results. I don't think there's a video. I don't want to see it. Here we go. And share the screen again. Make sure I have sound. There it is. Carlos Beltran, 4th year on the ballot, 358 votes. Andrew Jones, 333. That's it. You need 75% for election. Done, as they say. Vamonos. Let's make like the sheep herder and get the flock out of here. That's exactly what happened. Because all the other votes didn't crack 60%. Chase Utley. That one surprises me a bit. I'm genuinely surprised by Andy Pettit because they're considering his playoff numbers and the instructions, as I've discussed, as we're meant. We got to bring Dan Schlossberg on. And can you tell I am super hyper this morning? And the coffee is indoors. I am beyond hyper because it's the Extravaganza. Andy Pettit, 48.5. They're considering his playoff record, and you should not. You only consider what they did during the season. Not every player got into the Hall of Fame. But some people would argue, well, but that's what gives them the chance because they were successful in the postseason. Cry all you want. Stop crying. I know. Cry all you want, and I tell you to stop crying. Felix Hernandez. in his second year, 46.1%. Alex Rodriguez, that's a sympathy vote, 40%. Man, has he cleaned up his image. Bobby Abreu, 30.8. Jimmy Rollins, 25.4. Cole Hamels, 23.8 in his first year. He might make it. He has 9 more years to go. Dustin Pedroia, not going to happen. Mark Burley in the 6th year, 20%, no. Omar Vizquel, wow, no, at 18.4. David Wright, not going to happen, 3rd year. Francisco Rodriguez, see, 11.8 in his 4th year. This is K-Rod, who had the record for most saves, and I think he might still have the record for saves in the season with 62, but I may be mistaken. And yeah, Torrey Hunter, you're not a Hall of Famer. You said some very not nice things about Latin people and the Caribbean because you're not a very smart person. I had a chance to meet Torrey Hunter in San Bernardino when the team won, and there were several players that were there. And I immediately recognized Torrey Hunter. He was on the field. He was only maybe 30 feet away from me. And I blew him off because, as I just said a few moments ago, Mr. Hunter did not say some very nice things about Latin people and the Caribbean people, which in many ways are one and the same. I had a chance to ask him for his autograph, didn't care. But when you see the Torrey Hunter vote at 8.7%, there's a lot of people that agree with me. He's not Hall of Fame worthy. And speaking of someone who is Hall of Fame worthy, and no, not even Hall of Fame worthy, on the Extravaganza, the big dog is an HOFer. And I have to emphasize the effer. Good morning, big dog. You actually like that one.
Hola, presidente, ¿cómo estás?
Oh, man, that one just happened, dude. But good morning. I am hyper without my coffee because it is the Extravaganza Saturday morning. Haven't used that one in a while, have I, big dog?
Coke Zero.
You ratto bastardo. Good for you. I'm glad you're doing that.
This is in honor. This is in honor of Speedy, because that's what he likes to drink.
Oh, he does. And I mentioned in honor of him, he's ahead of the Ducks and the Kings. His El Sharkos are. So, you know, they're doing well, and good for Speedy because he has something to cheer for. So what's up, homie Claus? What you doing?
Same old, man. Just different day. How you doing?
Surprisingly full of energy this morning because I'm tired. But when the damn bell goes off, you just do what you do.
That's right. When that red light goes on, everything goes away. Everything is 100% better.
It's like that phrase in Necessary Roughness. And folks, if you haven't seen Necessary Roughness with Scott Bakula, the actress,
and Kathy Ireland.
There are several others like Sinbad.
Oh yes.
Go ahead.
Did you know his story? What's happened to him the last few years, Sinbad?
I've heard something. I don't pretend to know it all, but I understand it's not going very well for him.
Yeah, he had I think he had a massive stroke a few years ago and had to relearn to do everything. And as of right now, I believe he's still in a wheelchair, but is somewhat ambulatory, and he's trying to make his way back to get on stage to do his comedy. Remember, he is a stand-up comedian, so I think over the last 5 years or so, he's been fighting.
It rings a bell, big dog, but I didn't know it was all that, and I thank you for emphasizing that. And I'm saddened by that if he's going to be on stage somewhere, I would buy a ticket to go and see him because Sinbad, especially in Necessary Roughness, he makes you laugh, man.
Yeah, he does.
Sinbad has a sense of humor, a genuine sense of humor. And I think he got in trouble a little while ago for saying something. And again, it's a shame because he's a comedian. But if he's going to be in the neighborhood, big dog, we got to go see him. If
I'll
he's
keep an eye out for him.
recovering, I'm sorry.
I said I'll keep an eye out. See
I
if
appreciate
he
that.
pops up.
I would love to do that. He he made people laugh for years, man. So, but yes, in necessary roughness, welcome to football is used twice, and the last one more satisfactorily by Kathy Ireland than anyone else. But
Yeah.
go see it. But there's a great moment where the team is final because they're playing Ironman football, and they're struggling, they're having a hard time, but they've got this one team. They're down 6-0, and it's rainy, it's cold, and Scott Bakula's and I'm paraphrasing. He's in the huddle. He says, "Man, I know you're hurting. I know you're in pain, but we've got one chance at this. And if we do this and we score that touchdown, I promise you, your pain will go away." And I know the center says, "Just follow him, Mr. Bakula." He doesn't say that. And of course, it's an incredible play. And they're able to tie the game as time expires. And I don't know if they missed the extra point or the game just ended. But it was, I guess they can't kick it off. Or they can't go for the extra
No,
point.
isn't that when it's raining, they tie it, and then she kicks the field goal, and that's when that the opponent tackles her on the floor, and that's when she says, "Welcome to football." Isn't that the same spot?
Not that I recall.
So I remember it's raining when she kicks the guy in the nuts.
That part I don't recall. I just remember, and I've got that digital sound again on you.
Okay.
I do remember the moment because having played a few games myself, having been hurting, I said, folks, if you lose, you hurt like there's no tomorrow. If you can tie, like as happens in that scene, and or they win, your pain goes away, man. It's crazy. But I did want to
finish. How's it sound now?
It's gone, sir. Thank you.
Is that a little better?
I did want to follow up.
Okay.
That players receive in the effort vote, the HOFer, players receiving less than 5 will drop off future ballots. In his first year, Ryan Braun, you are out of here.
That's just what I was gonna say. You must have been so happy when you saw that he only had 3.5% of the vote.
15 votes. There were 14 idiots that voted for him. And anyone who voted for Ryan Braun, knowing that he was a cheater. And he did.
Only 14 idiots? Only 14 idiots? What about the 15th?
I think it was a family member, but, you can't blame the family member.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
You get the one sympathy vote. And the idiot had 4. Edwin Encarnacion, 6. Sin So Chu, 3. Matt Kemp, 2. Wow. Hunter Pence, 2. Rick Porcello, 2. Alex Gordon, 1. Nick Markakis, yeah, that's well-deserved, 1. Gio Gonzalez, 0 votes. Howie Kendrick, 0. And Daniel Murphy, 0. They're gone. All first-year people have been removed. They are, to quote Bender, "You are out of here." He was talking about humanity, but it was, I have to get that one to play that. That moment from Bender is really, really funny.
So the only first year vote was Cole Hamels that made the cut out of everybody, out of all the first year people.
I don't know if you heard that one part when I came to Cole Hamels. I apologize.
No, I did not.
Arrived at his number. There's a chance Cole Hamels will make the Hall of Fame. You heard it here first.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He was a good guy. He was a competitor. He put up some good numbers. I believe Cole Hamels will be a Hall of Famer. But that's just my opinion.
And this is Manny Ramirez's last try, right? Because this was his 10th time? Or did they up it to 15? I can't remember.
Manny Ramirez, you are out of here. It used to be 15 years. They took
Now
it
it's
down
10.
to 10. Thank you for reminding me of that. Manny Ramirez is out of here. So
Okay, so that means Andrew Jones finally made it in. So no, he did make it in. So it was only those two.
yeah.
So let's see who else. Andy Pettit was in his 8th try, and Omar Vizcael was in his 9th try. Looks like those are the only two that have 1 or 2 more tries left. Oh, I said Andy Pettit already.
Yeah, and Andrew
Okay,
obviously did make it. So
Andrew
yeah.
Andrew Jones. I liked him.
I'm going with Andrew, but that's all right. I have a I have a speech impediment. So
So were you okay with those two making the hall?
hold on a minute, big dog. Let me join the mother effing single children syndrome on the internet, losing their minds right now that the Baseball Hall of Fame means nothing. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Oh, I don't like it. Okay, hold on a minute. Nothing's changed. It doesn't matter what I believe, big dog. It's not I'm a fatalist or defeatist, even though I might
Uh-huh.
qualify on the Hall of Fame ballot for such things. How apropos. That's how I would qualify for the Hall of Fame ballot, as a defeatist. But no, a defeatist would be the French president during World War II. I'm a fatalist more than likely. I mean, it's fate. You know, it's fate. It is what it is. When you have a bunch of idiots voting with personal agendas, but they're human beings, and it is what it is, folks. The Hall of Fame vote allows us to talk about something, but to have genuine anger over an inanimate thing, it's just a waste of time. It really is a waste of time. And I'm not trying to slam Big Dog on that because um, the conversations that I've had with the Big Dog over the years in sports are a rare flavor that I've been privileged to enjoy. Going to baseball games and having the Big Dog and I just shoot the shit, so to speak, has been a privilege my entire life. So much so that whenever Big Dog and I speak at a stadium, people listen. We have found out.
Yes, that is true.
We've been interrupted in good ways when Big Dog would make a statement, or people would support our arguments. Where I remember one time we were in Anaheim Stadium and I was rattling off about the Yankee bullpen as to how good they were, and someone chimed in and said, "Oh, their ERA is this and this and this." I'm like, "Holy crap! That was impressive," or whatever. But it is fun, and don't get me wrong, I can be dismissive on the program, and that's just my glorious charm, I guess. But I'm here for a reason, as to have a conversation. But to do what these little children are doing at the Hall of Fame has no value whatsoever. Folks, this is one of the few things where people actually get to vote. And here's the thing. Oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Oh my God, that's the word of the day. How about repetitiously stupid? That might be the word of the day, but I'm going to make my point, which it's escaping. So, the Hall of Fame is voted on by real people. If you want a say in the Hall of Fame, go to school, get a journalism degree, and go write for a newspaper. Otherwise, shut the F up. You want to say, go in there and have a say. So, being the fatalist that and to respectfully answer the Big Dog, I am leery on Carlos Beltran, but I trust the judgment of the committee. And Andrew Jones, yeah, but then I am bugged by our resident, that lives here. He says, this is not the Hall of Fame of very good. This is not the Hall of Fame of above average.
Yeah.
And he
That is
does
true.
have a significant point.
Yep.
And that is Coffee 77, folks. And he has been damn consistent. And we do not agree on a lot of, but I listen to him because of his passion. And he doesn't just blurt out, "You suck." He will show you statistically why you suck. And I appreciate that. And he will also statistically make his arguments. So for me, that's Woody time, baby. That's a statistical Woody. But anyway.
Now, as far as the Hall of Fame is concerned, so Bonds and Clemens are now in the modern era division to get voted on, or something or other, right?
Yeah, there's
old-timers.
three. Yeah, there's 3 committees. There's one of them is modern era, one of them is a certain decade, and the other one is the those that are dead and the people that judge them are dead committee.
And I believe they can't Bond the next vote. The next vote for Bonds and Clemens, I guess, in that committee isn't, I believe, till next year or the year after. Correct?
I believe it's the year after, yeah, because it's a rotating committee.
Yeah.
How apropos, the committee rotates to screw these players. I think that is just glorious. But it is what it is. Folks, I do celebrate the Hall of Fame. It is something that represents something.
Oh, yeah.
And it represents the best of baseball. The hell it would call it, whether you deserve to be there or not. Carlos Beltran got 358 votes. Andrew Jones, 333. It happened. So if I'm privileged to go to the Hall of Fame up there in Cooperstown, it's on my bucket list, but I think I have 2 bucket lists. I have the 9/11 bucket list, and I'm not being sarcastic. It's the one that has to be done. And then the others that I would like to get done. And I will tell you, to give you an idea, I have removed the Great Wall of China off the second bucket list. It's not even on the first one. It's not even on the second. It's now gone.
¿Por qué?
With all the socio-political hatred and stuff going on, I'll go to space much sooner and see it from space, which you really can't see it from space, folks. You really can't. It's just a little dot. It's a line. But there are other things that you can see from space. It's been rumored that you can see the Great Wall of China from space. You've got to focus in big time, then you can see it. But just looking down, nah. But anyway, porque I don't like the Chinese regime right now. And if I were to go to China right now, I spend money and I'm propping up a regime. So, no. But that's okay. That's just my opinion. Here's my newest toy. You can't see it, but it was brought to me yesterday by Claudine Ramirez. Thank you. Thank you, you little cutie. I appreciate it. It's a Darth Vader. You can't see it. I'm going to see if I can get a drink in there. And it's like Darth Vader. So it's really kind of cool. She's the one that got me the Stormtrooper cup, the white one with the black Stormtrooper markings, as well as the black cup that says "Choose wisely." It's the Starbucks cup for the Rebel Alliance and the Empire. Every year she brings me something like that, and she's most kind, and it is really, really cool, and it's really neat. It's from BioWorld Lucasfilm Ltd. It's neat. So I'm truly grateful for it. So
she helped contribute to the wealth of
this regime.
well, no, I was thinking George Lucas.
Oh, yeah.
He needs it.
Yeah, the cup that it's a Starbucks cup with the straw. I've had that one for before COVID, and that one, wow, that one's nice. And I use that one every day. I fill it up with water and I drink 3 or 4 of them, and that's how I measure my water intake. So I will forever be grateful to her. And she was here yesterday for 2 appointments, so it's kind of neat. So thank you, Claudine. And if you are watching, it's your fault. I'm a little snippy with myself this morning, but we have quite a few people watching us. Why don't you share in the misery? Let us know who you are and where you hail from. I'm calling out the 4 people that are watching us on YouTube. and someone is watching me on my Facebook page, my public page. So why don't you just drop a like, a hello, please. So, it's probably Gridiron Girl who's watching my public page because that's where I got the like. I get the likes on Facebook. So, but anyway, come on, folks, share the misery. So, it is what it is. It is 6:36 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. I am going to beg the big dog to take over because I did heat the water. Yellow. Thank you, Gridiron Girl. Oh, by the way, you sent me something yesterday or the day before, Gridiron Girl. I'll have to look it up again. I think it was on Facebook. It was really cool. It was really good. I do thank you. I need the big dog to take over. The water is still heated in the microwave. Yes, I went microwave because my coffee machine is being descaled or whatever, descaled. That thingy. It's being done by the professional staff of Noriega Inc. indoors. And that's probably going to take about a year and a half. So I have to heat up my coffee in the meantime. So the water is heated. Big dog, I so graciously and effervescently release command to you. If Thoustis will accept it, will you assume the OOD duties?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, thank you. I'll be back. I don't give a rat's ass. So I love his energy this early in the morning. I will be right back, folks. I ask you to forgive me. I need about a minute and a half. I'll be right back. Whoa, that's not
guys.
what I wanted to do. I wanted to block out the image. Here we go. Oh, sorry, big dog. Let me close. I have to close my screen. And
there we go. That's fine. Just flip it the other way. You're always on the other side. No, take that away. Oh, you bastard. Oh, well. All right, folks. Yesterday's, we'll go NBA since scorekeeper's getting his coffee. These are scores from yesterday's game.
Okay, I'm just going to shut the screen off. I'll be back.
All righty, folks. Yesterday's games. So it was the Pacers over the Thunder, 117 to 114. The Rockets beat the Pistons, 111 to 104. The Hawks beat the Suns, 110 to 103. The Celtics beat the Nets, 130 to 126. The Cavaliers beat the Kings, 123 to 118. The Pelicans beat, the Grizzlies, 133 to 127. The Nuggets beat the Bucks 102 to 100, and Giannis was injured in that game, and he's going to miss 3 to 4 weeks due to a calf injury that occurred in the game. So we'll see how the Bucks can play without him, since of course he is their main guy. And of course, in the last game, it was the Raptors over the Blazers, 110 to 98. And in the NBA standings, in the Western Conference, it's Detroit in first place, 32 and 11. Boston is behind them, 4.5 games at 28 and 16. Toronto is in third, 28 and 19. Then it's New York, 26 and 18. Cleveland is 26 and 20. And Philadelphia is in sixth at 24 and 19. The play-in spots, the 7th spot, Orlando Magic are 23 and 20. The Heat are 23 and 22. Chicago Bulls are 22 and 22. And the Atlanta Hawks are 22 and 25. In the Western Conference, the rest of the team that are in 11th to 15th is Milwaukee, Charlotte, Brooklyn, Indiana, and Washington. Is in last place and has the worst record in all of basketball at 10 wins and 33 losses. In the Western Conference, it is the world champs, the Oklahoma City Thunder, at 37 and 9. In second place are the San Antonio Spurs, 31 and 14. Denver is in third, 31 and 15. Houston is in fourth, 27 and 16. The Lakers are in fifth, 26 and 17. Phoenix is in 6th, 27 and 18. In the playoff spots, the play-in spots, it is the number 7 Minnesota Timberwolves at 27 and 18, followed by Golden State at 25 and 21. Portland is 23 and 23, and the Clippers are 20 and 24 in the number 10 spot. In the 11 through 15 spots are Dallas, Memphis, Utah, Sacramento, and the New Orleans Pelicans with the second worst record in the NBA at 11 and 36, 26 and a half games behind. The scorekeeper's back with his virtual background there. I guess he's climbing Mount Everest or something.
Yeah, me no like you. I got to turn off those visual effects. There it is.
You're back.
Sorry. Wow, we've been blown. Aisha, thank you for the like, and sorry for interrupting, Big Dog. Tony Kanapka, and look at that. Man. Good morning, scorekeeper. That's right. Good morning, scorekeeper and Big Dog. At my hotel in Cincinnati, home of the commies, I have a big cigar event here at 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Unfortunately, that winter storm hits here at noon and expecting 10 to 14 inches of snow. Way to go, big man. 10 to 14 inches. Good for you. Not looking forward to my 250-mile drive home. Ooh, sorry.
Wow.
You see,
so let's see.
A dick.
He's in Cincinnati, so was that Central Time? That's Central Time, is it not?
Yes. Should be. I think so.
Well, let's see.
Actually, probably so not. It might be Eastern.
Okay, even if it's Eastern Time, it's only 9:43, Tony. Get on for like 10, 15 minutes, man. Come on, you have time. Your event doesn't start till 12.
Stop crying! Stop crying! Sorry, Tony. I don't think anyone's ever told Tony that. Stop crying! I can imagine him laughing right now with the cigar in his mouth. Stop crying. Get in here.
Well, he's in the hotel room, so he doesn't have the cigar lit, probably, most likely, since he's in a hotel room.
In the elitist, well-to-do hotels.
Yes, he's dipping his cigar in either cognac or brandy.
Actually, Tony, I'm a little bit of an a-hole too, because I was in the Cloud 9 stateroom on the ship, which is in the well-to-do section of the ship. I had access to the spa and everything. And oh God, I will not go aboard a ship again if it's not Cloud 9, at least on Carnival. It was really nice up there. And I do.
So when's your next one? Your next one's up in a month or two, right?
No, not during tax season. If anything,
that's right.
It is tentatively scheduled for May 3rd or May 4th. I may bump that one. I still have a chance to change it. But I'm probably going to be going in July and or August because I have other people that are joining me, so I'm adjusting my schedule.
Is that the one you're going with your family from Texas? Or did you already go on that one?
No, that's the one in May.
Okay.
A client from Hermosillo is supposed to be coming up, as well as my cousin Raul from Texas. They've never been on a cruise. My client and his wife had never been on a cruise. So that one is tentatively May 3rd, May 4th. And then the one in July may be moved to August. And that one's going to be a short 3 to 4 day because I'm going to have some rookies joining me that, I'm like, hey, do a 14-day cruise. And they're like, I don't know. So I'm kidding about the 14-day thing. Big Dog, you and I have to talk about taking a cruise. And no, even though you and I have shared rooms, I swear to God, you will not be in a room with me. And it's not because of you. Big Dog, we could have two beds. Big Dog, we've stayed over, at least 3 times, 4 times?
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, we have. Thank God the Big Dog is a genuinely patient man. Because I know he doesn't sleep that well, and I snore like a goddamn grid. Something.
No, I don't. In all kidding aside, I don't remember you snoring.
Thank God.
Thank God,
because you would be riding my proverbial because everyone else does.
Even when we shared the bed, I don't remember you snoring. But that might have been because you were the little spoon. So
So anyway,
I had to lead to that. I had to lead up to it.
why do you think I was like putting my head down, waiting for that one to happen?
You're waiting for it.
This is the Saturday morning extravaganza on Sports Talk with the Guys. All kidding aside, I know that if Big Dog and I could travel together, we could go on a cruise together. There would be no problem with me. Poor guy has to deal with my snoring. But if we go, I'm making sure Big Dog gets his own room. Just because the privilege of having his own room is, oh my God. When that wench got kicked out of when she left the room and I had the room all on my own, I was like, yeah, I'm back to single cruising again, man. And it's not against the Big Dog because I could bunk with him. Big Dog is, and I say this politely, he's actually very easy to travel with. Dude, ridiculously easy. I'd like to believe I'm easy to travel with, but I'll leave that to the Big Dog. But
yeah, you are easy.
Right, bad to travel with. Anyway, we've got quite a few people watching us. Come on, folks, let us know who you are and where you hail from. We've got several
people. Channels. The real reason why he wants to bunk by himself is because, when he goes on his cruises, and Gridiron Girl will enjoy this one. She'll get a laugh out of this one. Is because when he goes on his cruises, he puts that upside down pineapple on his door to let people know, and depending on the color, it's whatever mood he's in.
Oh, enlighten me, please.
No, people that know, and people that don't know, well, they got to find out.
I know about the pineapple, but I didn't know about the colors. Enlighten me, please.
Yes, the colors of the pineapple tell the other people what your preference is.
The level and likelihood of swinginess.
Well, yes, that and what your okay, guys, for the people that with the pineapple upside down thing is the couples that swing.
Yeah.
So usually, of course, the upside down pineapple means you're open to swinging, but different colored pineapples tells the other people what your preferences are when you're swinging, what you're into, in other words. So there's a myriad of colors. Yes, I do that for you.
And I am having a this one might not be an intellectual Woody.
Oh, it's just a chubby right now.
I am gonna have to wait for the clarity on that one. Oh my God. Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks on Saturday. Poor Tony is probably still choking on the insults that I threw at him. Miss you, Tony. I really do, brother. Where is Speedy? Where's Aisha? Where's Gridiron Girl?
She's walking her dog.
I do need to say that we did have an impromptu program for Elizabeth on Sunday because I'm going to let you in a little bit of inside baseball. Elizabeth and Aisha were going to have a program yesterday. So Michael and I, amongst ourselves, said, you know what, we're going to hang around 7 a.m. and just see how it goes with Aisha because she was going to have another guest on with her. And the other guest did not show. So my alarm went off at 7 and, scorekeeper could not wake up on a Sunday. And I liked the program. And immediately Aisha said, yo, get in here, Roger. So I was like, okay. She says I got in there lightning fast. I think I said, well, I felt I took about 15 minutes. But she joined me. And then I joined her. And then Michael joined. And then Marcia joined. And we had a very open, impromptu moment for Elizabeth. I believe it was just the four of us that got together that day. But there is a space that we will have for Elizabeth very soon. Maybe in early February, a month after her passing. I don't know the date, but it will allow us all to remember a little bit more and to speak of her. I don't know. I know she was in contact with, actually she was in contact with everyone. So I was about to say I don't know how much she told the big dog, but as I mentioned that day, she said, Roger, scorekeeper, my lord, all that stuff. She said, you don't know what NDB media means to me. And at times I think I know, but when other people tell me, I don't know what this network means to the hosts and to our guests and listeners. I still don't know. I do know that we are special. And I say that arrogantly and I say that humbly. We don't do what other people do. And that I am proud of. I can say that I'm proud of everyone on the network. But I am privileged to spend time with them, like I'm privileged to spend it with the big dog right now and everyone in the chat room. I do miss Liz. I genuinely do. There is a hole that would have been here on Saturday morning that would have been filled. And she's not the first, as you know. Mary Ellen Nugent, who was on Travelage Radio, also passed away within days of Liz. And over the years, we have lost Richard Ratty as well. And we were privileged to be together in this family. So I'm going to stop it right there because I will go on and on and on. And Big Dog knows I will. And if I get emotional, Big Dog's like, oh, shit, I might as well check out for the next hour. So I'm not going to do that to him this early in the morning when he's just as hyper as I am. Release the Kraken! But
they're a good hockey team.
I do miss Liz. I do. I really do. I'm sorry, Big Dog.
No, I was just saying, you said release the Kraken. I said, yeah, they're a good hockey team.
Yeah, that's a Sheldon theme from a movie. It's a quote. He says, that's the best line there is. I don't know why I use that slurring of speech, but it is. And, yeah. I posited on Sunday that in the human experience, we people are product of our environment, of our universe, duh. But what I mean is the people around us. And because Liz was in our life, at least to me, my life will forever be better.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, I do miss her.
And we gained an affinity for cows.
Which I never had. And every time I drive Claudia home, there's time when, because Ontario's right next to Chino, where they still have
the dairy farms there, although they are getting a little more scarce.
They still have them, and you get that, it's like, oh, I used to live out here. Well, I didn't live out here, but my family on my mother's side, my aunt Lupe, she lived in Chino for the longest time, and we would visit almost every weekend. So
I wonder if when the wind changes, if the tower buzzards, whatever the hell they are, if they're going to get you're going to get that whiff. You'll get that whiff during the game.
Oh yeah, yeah. By Claudia is where she's at. I'm not going to embarrass her, and nor would I reveal where she lives. But yeah,
is she close to the high school?
I don't know. Well, I mean, what's close in our car-centric culture? No. I mean, off Haven.
A couple of miles?
Yeah, I think within a few miles. Yeah,
okay.
But I'm going to go to Google right now because I believe they have updated the imagery on the construction. Folks, the stadium does look nice. It does.
Yeah, the stadium looks beautiful, actually. But
yeah. I am looking forward to it. I don't think I'm going to be able to be there opening day just because. But
although I don't care what anybody has to say. I dislike that name. The Tower Buzzers. They took a year and a half to come up with that name. I mean, come on.
Oh, dude, are you talking about Colony High School?
Yes.
Yeah, she's within a mile or two.
Okay.
So the stadium, actually, I am wrong. It has not been. Google does not have it on there yet, even the construction,
Oh,
because it is
Google
on
is not up to
Riverside.
date.
No,
How
it's not,
dare they?
bastards. But yeah. So anyway, I'm going to go to Google, for instance. This is Chino right here. There's a lot of industry. This used to all be farms, folks. All of this right here has been converted to housing tracts, as you can tell, and quite a bit of industry. But look, just east of Euclid, you still have farms, dairies, and stuff like that. So
Yep.
it still exists. It's not that much, but it is a significant block right here in Chino. And then you have Chino Airport, where they have several air shows and stuff. And my aunt, was it off Kimball? Yeah, Kimball on the county line. Oh, I remember that. So Kimball, actually, this might be the original road right here. That actually might be it. When we would turn right before this, and she lived on a farm right here, a dairy, and it was cool.
Oh,
It was right there, but now it is all farming property. And they also used to live off Schaefer, somewhere around here on Schaefer, but it was over here. I think there's a gas station there now where the house is. Well, no. It's somewhere in this area. It was all farming community. And yeah, I don't remember where, because that was a long, long time ago. But anyway, I grew up out there in the country. I'm a country boy. And it was kind
yeah.
of cool.
I don't think so.
I was born in East LA. Orale! I actually was. I was born in East LA. General Hospital. Right there in
Oh, really?
East LA. Well, actually, it was a women's hospital, which is not there anymore. So.
And I was born in East LA, but I was born in community hospital, which
yes.
has reopened. I believe, which I believe has reopened again.
Yeah.
For like the third time. They keep closing that
Folks,
sucker down, and they keep opening it back up again.
because of the need. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
I ask you to assist me as I'm taking my baby steps. I'm trying to be less of an asshole than I was yesterday. Baby steps. Go F yourself. Baby steps.
That's right.
Oh.
So did you watch any of the games last weekend?
No.
Any of the four? Any of the? You did not.
I missed out.
You missed a great weekend. It was a hell of a weekend.
The last 2 weekends I've missed.
Yes.
My classmate Peter told me on the week before.
Yeah, the week before was great, and last weekend it kept up also. Of course, on Saturday it was the Broncos.
Big Dog, cease all operations, all hands, battle stations. Oh my God, Tony!
He is here.
Dude,
wow, look at how dressed up he. I gotta take my glasses off to see how good looking he looks there. Woohoo! Look at that.
I think he doesn't have his headset in, so I have to shut up before I wake everyone else up. Yeah.
Well, no, he's in his own room by himself. We're not gonna wake people up.
No, dude,
I mean,
I'm that loud. Tony.
The other person that's in there, she's probably still asleep, tired from Tony,
Yeah, okay. I don't have a girl in Cincinnati. Come on. I got a sweet room.
You're not like a sailor and have one in every port.
No, so all right. So walk through here. I got this whole room. And then I go in here, and then I got the bedroom.
Oh, okay. It's like a mini suite. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a mini suite.
It's 2 rooms. That's nice.
Yeah, right.
Tony,
and then the bathrooms are over here.
Tony, take 2 steps.
Wow.
That was my inboard cabin on the ship. Just take 2 steps. That was my cabin. It was a bit small.
What chain are you in?
La Quinta.
Oh, La Quinta. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Mr.
So for our audience, it's La Quinta. Oh God.
Right.
Well, for our Caucasian audience, it's not quick.
All
Yeah.
hands, ladies and gentlemen, action stations. Good
Konnichiwa.
morning, anime girl.
Morning.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning.
See,
Morning. How are
see,
you?
Philly Special comes on, so of course, Anime Girl's got to come on. It's her favorite guy.
That is, yes.
Well, I had to make. Yeah. So,
There's a little bit of breakup. We're not getting the whole thing right there, anime girl, but we'll see. Let's see.
it's okay. It's okay.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. No, I had to come on to make sure that the gentleman in the glasses in the black jacket was actually the Philly Special, my very own Dodo boy. He does not look the same. I mean, good grief. What happened? Did somebody dip you in a bath and redecorate you?
Only because they're paying me, so that's the only reason.
I
want my hat and
see.
sweats.
Yeah, I see. You're a mercenary. Okay, I get it.
Tony,
Yep.
who are you at war with? With me or her? I'm just curious.
Her.
Yeah, I'm all right with that. I am all right with it. So, Tony, all kidding aside, are you Central Time or Eastern Time?
Eastern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the cutoff is like the half of Indiana. Half of Indiana
Oh.
Central, half is Eastern.
How apropos. What is half of Indiana? Who cares? I've been especially mean this morning. Although I did have a great intro for the big dog where he was genuinely smiling. I hadn't gotten that out of the big dog in a while. The big dog would say, yeah, let's travel again. Shut the hell up, dude.
So on your event, Tony, do you have like a table, or do you just kind of mingle, or
Yeah.
what exactly?
I'll have a table. There's 7 vendors from around the country that are going to be here today, so it's going to be a really good show. They're expecting about 250, 300 people.
Okay.
So
Cool.
it'll be good. But with the snow coming, I don't know. We might have less people, and I'm hoping we could go home early.
Yeah, it
10
looks
to
like it's gonna be pretty
14
bad. Yeah, 14 inches.
It's gonna be
That's
nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. All-wheel drive or not, it's still going to be a rough ride.
Oh
I
yeah.
can just imagine, Tony mingling, sort of walking past somebody, put him in a headlock and saying, "You will try this bloody cigar, or I will stick it somewhere very painful." The guy going, "Okay, I give in."
That's interesting, Aisha, because I never would have figured that to be Tony unless he was out in the bush searching for a Sasquatch. I could see that. Jerky links. Dude, Tony, you could be messing with Sasquatch. I could see you.
You're joking. Sasquatch would give up. You just don't say, "Oh my God, it's a dodo boy. I'm out of here."
We would actually have evidence of that walking pile of carpet. Oh wait, no, that was Chewbacca.
I mean, everybody knows Sasquatch is a cowboy's friend. That's why he runs away every time the dodo boy gets anywhere near him. Run away.
That's pretty good. I like that. Hey, Tony, do you remember the T-shirt that I had when we were doing the other program where it was Chewbacca, but it was fizzled out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I still have that T-shirt. I should bring that one. I love that T-shirt because it's a famous Sasquatch image, but on the T-shirt it was Chewbacca face. I love that one. But Tony, I could see you in a Jack Links commercial.
I would love that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Make this happen. I love those commercials.
Oh, the original ones, they were freaking hilarious.
They were funny, yeah.
It was messing with Sasquatch. It was.
All he's missing actually is a little sign above his head saying, "Would you buy a cigar from this man?"
I would. Now, Tony, without being rude, and maybe you can just share without being rude. What can you give us the brand, or you know what? Maybe not the brand, the type of cigars, because they're the type of cigars, dude. I mean, you could spend hours.
Yeah, I'm going to represent 3 of my 11 brands. So,
Okay.
my father and Foundation and Tatuaje are going to be the 3 brands I'm representing. So, it's for Jungle Gyms in Cincinnati. They're a really big location, and this is like their customer appreciation they do every year. So,
cool.
yeah, they give out great deals. I don't have to honestly work that hard today because they have massive discounts. Buy 3 or 4 cigars, get 1 free. They probably have like 25% off on boxes. So, and I'll just be giving away stuff, shirts, hats, cutters, lighters, things like that, just for buying a cigar or something.
Before Big Dog can get the insult in on me and an anime girl, I would just like to ask you: are these Swisher Sweets cherry root? I couldn't even finish it, man. Come on, dude. Are they anywhere?
No, they're outside the door looking in, going like this. Let me in. Let me in.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. That's funny. I like that image of let me in.
Gosh, no.
I have compatriots, classmates who really do like to do the entire thing. They have everything for cigars. And one of them even has the humidor, which surprised me. I was like, wow. I just flipped the package open. I ripped a little seal if I do smoke. And as I mentioned, my brother Lewis, every 4th of July, he had the Swisher Sweet, and that's what he would do to light all the fireworks. So I'm sorry, Tony. I know I'm swearing.
You're going to need one of these.
I know
all the cigars that'll be there.
Yes, and
Davidoff will be there too. Davidoff, Rocky Patel, Oliva. So there's a lot of big brands. So it's going to be good.
I do recognize the Davidoff. I've tried several of those. Well, it's my classmates. They love to drink and they love to smoke. Emperors of their own world.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I'll bring the plate.
I think the only cigar I ever had a run-in with was while I was serving, and we used to buy boxes of 50 to bring them back into Britain. And they were called King Edwards.
Oh yeah,
they were nice big round cigars. Sort of thing you see or somebody chomping them during the movies, something like that. Big
Thrifties, and then Rite Aid afterwards sold King Edwards. I do remember that. We sold them by the box.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
And they were a bit more expensive than the
yes
cigarillos.
Yeah, we used to nip down to
Thank you.
Yeah, we used to nip down to, I think it was Rheindarlen or somewhere, where they had a nice big shop, and they used to have these King Eddies, as we called them, in boxes of 50s, and we used to go around and bring them back. It was something to do when you were back in Blighty. Just, do you want a cigar? Yeah, and they were expecting one of these thin cigarette thingies that that were up for grabs, and you bring out this bloody box of King Edwards and say, here, have one of these. Jesus, these guys used to turn green because they just weren't used to the strength of these damn things. They made their own smoke screen though when you lit them up. Gotta be honest. You lit one up and you saw the guy sort of smoke screen. You think, yep, there you go.
I was very embarrassed because there are people that when babies are born, they hand out cigars. Obviously, it's a dying tradition, believe it or not.
That's what I did.
But I did as well, and I'll have the sad story in a moment. But they also have cigars made out of gum or candy, which I guess it's all right.
I did the same thing.
Flavor. But I handed cigars out twice because I had a family member who knew something about cigars, and he bought me the boxes, and he probably a 50 or 100. So I went into work and I was handing them out. And the first time I did it, and this is embarrassing, Tony, several of the higher up engineers, the division heads and assistant division heads happened to be in the area, and I passed them out. And just probably should have been something we should not have done. But we were right there at work, and we stepped outside, and all of them opened them up, dude. And they started to, one of them actually had the cutter on it, which was really funny. He was passing around, and they were smoking them outside of the building. Nothing was done badly. But you've got 8 higher up members of management right there with me celebrating. And I'm just like, damn, do I have to smoke it too?
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to be the one choking on it. And they stopped. And it was like a collective, like, we're smoking right now, fool. You are with us. It's understood. You should smoke with us. It was that look, dude. And they all just like, dude, we're smoking on duty. Don't be a dick. I used to get that look a lot from upper management. Don't be a dick. That I do. But it was one of the more embarrassing moments that I really had because they were all smoking. I'm like, dude, I'm a senior clerk. But they all ripped it and they were enjoying it. It was one of those like, come on, dude. And I did. They lit the cigar for me. One of the assistant deputies of all came over and he cut it. He said, there you go, young man. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Well, was she a girl? Or not happy birthday, but congratulations. And I don't think I've ever told that story. We were out there smoking for about 20 minutes, enjoying those cigars. That was really neat. I had never spent time with upper management. Those are the few memories that I have, which are really cool.
That's
and
awesome.
They're like, dude, let's celebrate right now. They were not going to carry those cigars with them. And I don't know what brand were they, but you know what? I could tell that they were decent cigars because no one, was like, oh, what the hell is this? Whatever. But they weren't, super expensive. But I was there in the rarefied era of upper management. Man, if Homeland Security, they would have seen the big smoke coming from behind the building. They probably would have thought it was a gas leak or something. But it was.
Hey, Raj,
cool,
do you
man.
remember
Sorry.
back in your thrifty days? Do you remember Jerry Coombe, the district manager?
Yeah, the one they used to call Willow.
Yeah, because he was
Willow.
really short. Yeah, okay.
Short, yeah, Willow.
So he was the one guy that I was so
Yes.
disappointed and then pissed off at because I did the same thing. It's of course with Kathy, it was Kathy and Chris. So I did 2 cigars. It's a boy, it's a girl, and then I also did the red and the blue bubblegum cigars that I handed out. And then when Melissa was born, I did the same thing. It's a girl with the pink bubblegum one, handing them out to everyone. And it just so happened that the district manager Jerry Coombe came in. And I was, of course, in a great mood because, just had my, second baby and such.
Yeah, all the work you did, big dog.
I handed it to him and he wouldn't accept it. He said, I don't smoke. I said, I know, I'm happy with my child. I'm just trying to, share that with everyone. And he wouldn't take it.
That's
I
like
was
handing
so
your
pissed
business
off.
card. I had this happen to me once. You hand your business card, they look at it, and they hand it back.
Ooh, that's insulting. That's insulting.
That dude.
It's one thing to go like, no, it's okay, but to look at it and go, nah.
Baby steps, baby. Yeah.
You've been taking baby steps for years, so you should be over your baby steps.
That's why I bought that cup. It allows me to still work.
I mean, I bet your bicycle's still got stabilizers on, hasn't it?
She means training wheels, I think.
I knew.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So he takes a dodo to explain to the California guy what stabilizers are, That says a lot.
Here's one of the things, though. He still does, but only on one side.
Yeah, the sideways wallet is. Yeah, I get it.
You give me way too much credit. No, it's because I was thinking of the bike. That's what, and then Tony was like, "Yeah, scorekeeper got lost on that one." I'm like, "What a dick." Good morning.
You get
Sports
lost
Talk
a lot,
with the Guys.
goalkeeper.
This is Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday morning quarterbacks on Saturday at 7:16 a.m. for those of us in the West Coast, and for those of us in the illustrious power house that Tony is, it's 10:16 a.m. And Aisha, what time is it over there?
It is
3:16.
15 minutes past 3 in the afternoon.
So what time is tea time for you?
Whenever I can crawl into the kitchen and make something.
Okay.
Normally sometime before 7 o'clock in the evening. You know, after 7 o'clock in the evening, I don't eat.
You know, sarcastically,
isn't tea time 4 o'clock though? I mean, like traditionally or something.
3 or 4.
Well, yeah. For the posh people, you know, those with the money and good me G's over here, please. It's about 3 o'clock. For the common people, it's between 4 and 5. But for the majority of Brits, it's any time we can plant our ass on a chair and grab a cup of tea or coffee, you know.
Had you given me a moment when you said the upper crust, and had you paused, I would have said, "That's true, right, Tony?"
Yeah.
I was going to throw that, but I didn't get that chance. So, all kidding aside, Tony, for your conference today, what are you looking at? How many hours are you going to be there?
I got to be there at 11:30, set up, and then it's going to go from 12 to 6.
Well, at least
hopefully 12 to 3, 12 to 4
indoors.
Before the storm hits. Well, yeah, indoors.
Yeah, right when the storm hits. Yeah, it starts.
Are you directly? Is it directly downstairs in your hotel room? In your hotel?
No,
or do you have to go to like to a?
Yeah, it's like about 15 miles away.
Oh wow!
Okay,
that's a trick.
Have we deprived you of your egg whites?
Oh, this living deprived me of my egg whites. Yes.
Well,
I haven't even had coffee yet today. I got to go get a coffee on my way to the show. So yeah.
Say what?
Yeah.
You've come on screen pre-coffee?
Yes.
And you're being polite to people? Damn.
He's a lot more polite than I am.
Well, it's because he's got the suit on. He's practicing for later.
Yeah, I mean, as far as scorekeeper is concerned, Jack the Ripper's more polite than he is, but never mind.
I'll be drinking coffee and smoking cigars for a good 6 hours, so I'll be good. I'll catch up.
There you go.
I then hats off to you in every respect. I am sorry. I mean, I'm getting nervous. It's 10:19. You got to be there 11:30. I'm getting nervous for you. I
got to be out of this hotel room at 11 by 11 a.m. So yeah,
okay.
Check out.
Well, make sure you get out there. So while we have you in this short time, since you were not with us last week, you were traveling, although you were on the comment section. But
he's making
what happened to the Eagles?
They lost.
Oh, they lost to the Niners.
Yeah, they got outcoached.
Yeah.
I mean, they had way better roster than what the Niners put out there with all their injuries.
We don't even know how the Niners made it. I mean, the Niners were so injured.
Yeah.
Oh, that was 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. Yes.
Yeah, and the Eagles got 2 turnovers. They never turned the ball over. So you're +2 on turnovers, playing a depleted team, and you still lose. Yeah, that's bad. So I'm glad we got a new. We're going to get a new offensive coordinator. So it looks like it's going to be Jim Bob Cooter, but that's the rumor. So.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, it's better than what we had. Yeah. He's experienced. So.
Oh, we lost Big Dog.
Yeah, it's not because I had the screen open either. Go ahead, Tony. Sorry.
I think he coached Manning for the Colts, if I remember right. Jim Bob. So. And he coached Stafford. I know that too. I think when he was with the Lions.
Well, yeah, the pedigree is there. I really did not know, Tony. I mean, I've gotten a bit busy, and again, I'm not going to get into it. There's been a lot going on in the network and in the home empire as well. I've yesterday, folks, I forgive me if I'm bragging, but January is not supposed to be a busy month for me. Obviously, for those that know what I'm talking about, it picks up around the 30th of January. Then my appointments skyrocket. Well, for all the years that I've been working, prior to last year, I had never crossed 30 appointments in January. Last year I did with 38, which was crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting atop 39 on January 24th. Wow. That's crazy. Dude, that's crazy. I never, ever expected to do that. And I'm dying just to see what it is. I want to go there and see what I have for January already. But I passed 39 sometime yesterday. So what is this? Morning Anime Girl and the Philly special.
Morning, Sonia.
Morning, Gig.
She's so nice. I got lazy this year. I would just say Philly. And she would always, say the Philly special.
Well, it is the Philly special.
Yeah, it's even on his little sign there. It tells you. See? The in big capital letters.
Son of a, it does. Tony, I did not notice that.
I did that a long time ago.
Yeah, he did that to make sure you could see there. You know what I mean?
I am a bonehead, man. I am a bonehead.
I refuse to make the comment there.
That's only been like a year. That's all right.
There it is, folks. Only a year.
Only a year.
I'm sitting on 39 for January. Wow. I'm really, I consider myself fortunate. But anyway.
That's retirement.
Yeah, dude, it is. It really is. I am really fortunate. But it's now going to be 41 because I have one appointment today, but it's a big family. So I know that today alone I'm doing 3, and there's going to be 2 more attached. So I'm actually going to be at 44. So that's crazy. On a personal note, sorry for bringing the real world into this. For me to be swamped in January, it tells me the economy is not doing very well. Oof. And when I say the economy is not doing very well, Tony then says, damn it all. I don't know about you, Scorekeeper, but my world is going well. That would have been funny, Tony. Oh, I was already thinking of the setup, man. If we actually scripted this, sometimes it would work. But you know what? Big Dog and I actually experimented one time with scripting our program.
Didn't work.
Dude, it was as dead as a doorknob. I don't know what the hell that means, woman. I don't know. Did you want me to put in your extension now? Wow, that's funny. It is. We'll see you in October. So anyway, I apologize, folks. I'm really happy that I am at those numbers. I've never had those numbers, and it's crazy. So if I'm already breaking through those numbers, my all-time high is 207 in March. Those are appointments, guys.
Jeez.
Yeah. I'm already at 39 for February, 32 for February. I already have 12, and I even have 2 in April. And allegedly, I have 1 in October. So I have 1 in June? What the hell? I do. I think they're going to request an extension. That's funny. But anyway, I'm way off topic. Folks, this is Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks Uncensored, and I got to keep it cool because Tony is in his room. Oh, but he's leaving in a few minutes. So if I wake up anyone, they're not going to know.
They're already awake.
Yeah, they got to be checked out. They got to be checked out in 30 minutes. We're good.
Yeah. So you're not going to be there on Sunday. It's just today.
Yeah, I'm going home tonight.
Okay.
Because the snow's not supposed to stop till Monday. So if I get trapped here tonight, I'm here to Monday.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to spend my day off tomorrow here. So yeah.
You're looking at 14 inches.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear what Juneau Alaska was hit with last week?
Mhm.
7 feet of snow. It was a genuine disaster.
Wow.
7 feet in one day.
Wow.
The little I know of snow, I know how long it takes to accumulate. The whole concept of 7 feet. No, the math doesn't math. Right. It doesn't. Tony, what's the most that you've had in snow that that was like that
I
you got
remember having
slammed with?
I had a Super Bowl party. God, it might have been when not when the Steelers played Seattle. It was around 2006, 15, maybe 14. There was 17-inch snowstorm hit, and
Wow.
I had everything like catered. I had a big part, my annual Super Bowl party, and I was so worried nobody was going to make it. Most people came on snowmobiles.
Really?
Because
Oh, that would.
but it was an emergency on the road. You couldn't drive a car and blah blah blah. So the most people came on snowmobiles. Some cars still came, but it was the best party I ever had too. So it was one of those where you think you're doomed, and then it was just the best.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Aisha, Big
Yes.
Dog and I measure snow in probably millimeters or centimeters.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
had snow, but Anime Girl, you've gone around the world as well. What's the most snow that you've had to endure?
It'll probably be when I was a kid, about 61, 62. I was in a little German town called Rintel, and we had a warning of severe snow. Now, coming from Scotland, we thought, yeah, okay, be about a foot of snow, we'll survive. Now, we went to bed that night, woke up the following morning, and the Germans next door were digging themselves out. We'd had 6 foot of snow.
6
Holy
foot. Wow.
cow!
Overnight?
Oh,
Holy
Overnight,
shit.
we had 6 foot of snow. To get out of the front door, you literally had to go and find a shovel and dig your way to the front gate, and then to the pavement, and then hopefully find the curbside and dig yourself across the road. It was that bloody deep.
Wow.
We didn't have to roll a snowball to make an igloo. We just had to dig in the snow and we were there. It was fun.
Jeez.
Folks, I believe. Okay, I'm going to send a link just to my co-host. We are on topic. I will post in the chat room. This was a week ago, as I mentioned. It's on MSN. And I'm going to just, if you guys want to follow it, I was wrong. It was 7 to 8 feet, 7 feet of snow. Alaska declared a disaster, but I don't think it was overnight. It was over several days.
Okay.
Yeah, because, but it got to 7 feet, and that's absolutely crazy.
Wow!
But can you imagine how severe the storm has to have been to drop 6 feet of snow overnight?
One night, yeah. So if the math didn't math before, it's like
I got to be honest. When you looked out, I looked out of the window before I went to bed as a kid that night, and I'll be honest, it was like somebody was dropping pillows or sheets from the sky. It was just coming. You couldn't see, or I couldn't see the end of the garden, and the end of the garden was only about 6 feet away, 7 feet away. And I couldn't see the end of the garden with the snow falling between me and the end of the garden. It was just impossible.
That's crazy.
That's how thick it was coming down. And, I was a kid then. To me, it was great. Snow day. Yeah. One hell of a damn snow day, because, the old man couldn't get to work, so he couldn't get into the hospital. We couldn't get down the shops to get anything that we needed to, cups of tea or coffee, go down and get some milk. Really? Find a bloody cow, let alone find the supermarket, because, you're going to have to dig your way there, for crying out loud. I think the only place in the whole village that was not snowed in was the river, and that was the River Weser. But even then, you could walk across the Weser because it had frozen solid, and it was that solid. You could walk across it. You had about I would say, what, 2-3 feet of ice on top of the river. And we're talking one fast flowing river.
Have
Because
you
you can
done
feel
that,
it
Tony,
underneath.
in off Detroit? Have you done that on the lake? Have you
Ice
gone out
fish?
when it's
Yeah.
frozen? Oh, so you've done ice fishing as well.
Yeah. Yes.
How far have you gone out, more or less?
It wasn't that far. I was probably a quarter mile offshore.
Okay.
That's a long way.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, but
Yeah. I mean, on the lake, I mean, on the river, when we were on the Vesa and you were skating about, you could feel that river flowing underneath because you had a vibration coming through the ice.
Okay.
See now, Roger and myself being from Southern California, born and raised, and been here all our lives, that is unfathomable to me to walk on a river or a lake that's frozen. You know, especially, well, I'm a bit thinner now, but when I was heavier, there's no way I would have trusted. I know
we
it's
rode
probably
snowmobiles. Yeah, we rode snowmobiles.
yeah. Well,
out the
I know I've seen all the the movies and the news and all that other stuff, but being from Southern California, it's a little bit harder to grasp around the mind to go out
Allow me
onto
to show
that.
you how stupid I am from Southern California. I love this program, Ice Road Truckers. That was amazing. If I had a chance to do something.
Oh yeah, those guys are crazy.
Okay, crazy. But then somewhere near the end of the first season or second, they actually played the video of what the truck drivers hear when they're crossing the lake. The constant cracking. Dude, I think after first lake, I'd like, you know what? Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Here's my lunch. I know we have another 800 miles. I'll walk back the 50 miles we just went. I heard that cracking. Oh my God!
If you think about these videos you see on YouTube where these guys are walking across that glass bridge, and you hear the cracking, and you see the maneuvers that these people make because they think the bridge is going to collapse. When you're on a river and it's frozen, and you walk in and you hear that cracking because the river. Don't forget that river is wearing away underneath you.
Yeah,
it's wearing away the ice, and you hear that cracking. You're standing there thinking, who's the dumb twat here? Me or the guy over there on the side of the river looking at me going, come and see here, bitter. You know, you think, yeah, I'll be there in a minute, guy, you know. Because
Tony,
you're thinking it's great.
And of course, I have always told the scorekeeper that if we ever go to Grand Canyon and we go to that ridge that has the Rainbow Ridge that has the see-through glass, I'd be the asshole jumping up and down next to scorekeeper on it.
And I know that would be the big dog's last day because you can do a lot. No. Seriously, there are a lot of people that have been kicked out of there because it's on an Indian.
Yes, on Indian reservation. Yes,
it's private property, and people have done what Big Dog does, and they're promptly told, "You are persona non grata, and if you stick around, we'll scalp you." I know that was insensitive.
That's fine. I just to see the look on your face when I did it, it would be more than worth it to be kicked out. No problem. I'll take it. Because you know I'd be videoing it, and that would be for posterity.
Just think of the views you get on YouTube. You jumping up and down on the bridge and scorekeeper screaming like a schoolgirl. Because that's what you get. Everybody could say we didn't realize you had such a feminine scream.
That would be worth the $65, $75 that he charged to go out on there, which I think is outrageous. But I would pay $75 to do that to Roger.
Oh, here it is, folks. Just to give an idea, I'm going to go back to the map. Okay, this is of course California right here. Here's Las Vegas. Here's the big lake. It's Lake Mead. It is over here in Arizona. And oh my God, there it is. The Grand Canyon Skywalk. So it's north of Kingman by a lot. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. What
that would be cool.
view.
I would love to go there just to go on that. Heights don't bother me that much.
Oh, they bother the crap out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Oh, you too, Tony?
Oh yeah, bad.
Oh, I think it's amazing. Look, it's very well done. It's called Eagle.
Oh, of course.
Look at that, man. No, homie don't want to play. No, I don't. Oh,
Man.
yeah.
Yeah, it makes me feel sick just looking at it right now.
Yeah.
See now I want to go on that one, and then my daughter Melissa went to Chicago, and one of their I guess one of their taller buildings has a thing where you're at the very top. I think it's the 130th floor or something like that.
It's the Willis Tower, dude.
Yes. So you go on the 130th floor, and they have the windows are floor to ceiling, and what you do is there's bars next to each section of the window, and you walk into it, and then it's straight, and then it drops it to like a 45-degree angle while your head's like on the glass, so you're looking down. Yeah, I want to do that.
No way.
Yeah, no way. I agree. Tony and Aisha and Big Dog, remember
Yes.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Mhm.
They're at the Willis Tower, but
Oh yeah.
those windows just shut out, not in the way the Big Dog was describing. So that one might be a little bit different. Well, over here in LA, our Independence Day Tower, the one that was blown, that one has a slide where it's whatever. I'm sorry.
I believe they just closed that slide.
Yes, I was about to say that. But
I think it was either last year or middle of this year.
I think it was last year. And it was crazy. It jutted out and you could slide down a floor or two.
Yeah, I think it was 2 floors.
Yeah. Oh, no.
That'd be fun.
Well, if you like, I mean,
no.
I've got
if you'd like.
Yeah, I've got something over here which we have a building down in Portsmouth. It's called the Spinnaker Tower, and they have this.
Oh, cool!
That is a glass floor, and you are looking down something like 100 plus feet.
Oh yeah,
that's a glass floor.
Fun. That's fun.
Yeah. That's what you call having a good time. You see people suddenly walk across and they suddenly realize where they are, and it's like watching a cat on a hot tin roof. Who can move the fastest? They really do. It's who can move the fastest, because they're gone. They just disappear.
Do you guys know that there's this bridge in China? It's a glass bridge, but if you step on certain parts, it's digitally cracks. It's not that is psycho. I gotta hand it to the Chinese that actually made that. I mean, that is deliciously psycho. And the videos of the poor people when they see it crying, oh my god. Yeah, I couldn't do that. Could not do that. Yeah, I don't want to play. So, but anyway.
Are you trying to presume that you have a fear of heights or something?
I do, but I love flying. I can't swim, and yet I go on cruises. I'm a dead man walking, guys.
Could you imagine him being on that flight to Hawaii that lost its roof, that 737, and him sitting in the window seat when the roof disappeared?
Chances are I would have been in that window seat, so I wouldn't be here to talk about it. Yeah, that was.
I mean, they only lost one person, and they only lost one person in that flight, and that was a stewardess.
I understand my life and statistically. Okay, folks, let me give you an example. Big Dog knows this. That when you go to San Isidro, the largest land border crossing in the world, there's like 30 lanes. They could all be jammed, and I beg everyone who's with me, choose any one. They're like, well, you're driving. No, just choose one, because I picked the one that will be the longest. It takes forever. and Big Dog knows that. I have that skill. I'm the one that picks those lines. So if you've seen the movie Office Space,
I love it.
At the very beginning, that might be Roger right there when it comes to choosing lines. When the little old lady in the walker is passing me by. Yeah. I'm not good when it comes to picking those lines, but when it comes to getting through, hordes of people, yeah, I might have been a running back, 3 decades ago in a previous life. I can get through crowds. That's easy. So, but anyway, it's all good. Tony, how cold is it right now where you're at in Cincinnati?
I think it's 4 or 5 degrees.
Folks, 4 or 5 degrees. That man is wearing, forgive me, Tony, for talking about you. The man is wearing a shirt and a coat.
Yeah, but he's not out in 4-degree weather.
No, but
yeah.
I do wear
this
thin jacket, yeah.
That's
when
what
I
you're going to wear.
Park my car and I got to walk in, yeah. I don't have a dress coat. All my coats are Eagles, so I can't wear those.
And you do have some real nice ones, dude. You do.
Yeah, all my winter coats are Eagles. My leather coat, my puffy coat. So yeah.
I have 2 trench coats, a black one and a blue one, and I had a pea coat, which I don't know what happened to in one of my moves. I kind of missed that one. That one was really cool. But I do have, forgive me, I do have the black trench coat. I love that one. But yeah, I wear it in 50-degree weather.
Well, at the moment over here, we're sitting at 44, but with the wind chill factor, they say it feels like 21.
Oh, you've got wind, that's why.
Yeah, we got wind. We have got wind. The dew point, Mr. Scorekeeper, our dew point is 40.
Thank you for listening.
And we're freezing over here because it's 53 degrees.
Yeah, but we've got an incoming storm. Actually, I can't remember its name. It was named by the Portuguese. We have an incoming storm, so that's going to be fun for the next couple of hours.
Okay, Tony.
I thought you'd like that, Tony.
Yeah, okay, don't fall off the chair this time, please.
Okay, I'm going to add to what the big dog said about us freezing. I know you're not going to believe this, Tony, but here it is. There's my heater, brother.
Oh, man.
What? It's 61 degrees in here. My heater's on.
Oh, my God.
To quote the movie, what is it? When the guy bobsledding? I don't want to freeze.
Cool Runnings?
Yes, Cool Runnings. I don't want to freeze my Rastafari nays off. I love that line in the movie.
And my daughter Melissa's freaking out because she has to go on a business trip on Sunday. She flies out tomorrow to Fort Worth, Texas, and she's like, "What the hell?" Because she looked at she sent me the weather over there, so it'll be 25 for the high tomorrow. Nice. And Monday's a little better, 36, and then it gets into the upper 40s and lower 50s for the rest of the week. But she's freaking out because it's going to be 25 when she lands and snowing. So,
nice.
Okay.
Not to her.
But you need to understand, his daughter Melissa is a woman of means and used to her creature comforts. So for her to have 25 degrees is like,
oh yes.
She is smart enough to, the math does math for her. So that's cold in her mind. And I feel bad for her in a way, but hey, that's the way the rest of us schmoes live. Suck it up.
Hey. if she has to endure some cold weather every few months for what she makes, so be it. It's more than worth it.
Yes. I am being condescending in a good way to her. I acknowledge.
And then I'll probably be limited next week because she's actually running a half marathon next week. It's her first marathon ever. It's at Disneyland.
Good for her. Oh,
so we'll be there. We'll be there, or I'll be there, of course, with her son and Janelle, her younger sister, will be there. We're gonna cheer her on. And I just found out my quirky daughter. She's gonna run as Tinkerbell. She had me order her a fluorescent green tutu to go along with the fluorescent green little bow on her hair.
That's kind of funny.
And she has like a lime green outfit that she's gonna run in. And I'm just like, sure. She's like, it's gonna help me, Dad. She's all Tinkerbell can fly, so I can go a little bit faster.
Just
Hey,
make
she's
me
having-
one promise, big dog. Make me one promise.
Yeah.
You got to come on here wearing the tutu. We need to see you in the tutu.
See, that's not a big deal. Big Dog lost his dignity working for Thrifties years ago, like I did. He'll put it on. He has no problem.
I might not
will
wear the pink tutu. I'll wear the assless chaps if you want. Other than that.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about him in the few minutes that we have left, Tony. Patriots, Broncos. What do you think, Tony? I think this is a damn good game. Unfortunately, they did lose their man on the last play, right?
Bo Nix broke his ankle on the second to last play of the game.
Damn.
And of course, New England, they're playing, even though they're playing in Denver, the Patriots are favored by 3.5.
Oh, it's down to 3.5.
Yeah, it's down to 3.5. And of course, their backup quarterback, who's now the starter, hasn't thrown a pass in 2 years. And his most game time that I guess that he saw was when he was a backup for the Raiders, like 4 years ago, when he threw, I think, 7 passes and had like 40 yards. So that's pretty much been his pro career.
Yeah, well, you see the comment by Gridiron Girl, right?
No, I had to switch when I got kicked off. So I can't see comments.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to make a note of that then. So, Patriots and Broncos. Look, folks, I would have gone for the Broncos 100%.
Big time.
At home with their defense. But the reason why I kind of wanted to get back to football, I know Tony's leaving, but his comment about the over and under. I don't know about you guys, but this entire season, I kind of emphasize it indirectly. I was surprised at how many teams were over and under in the minus with winning records. That was a strange thing, right, Tony? Because I'm used to, if you have an over and I'm sorry, the takeaways. If you're plus, that's how you win. And there were several teams this year that were in the minus on the turnovers. That really surprised me this year. I think Denver was one of them, right? In the minus. Oh, there it is. There, -3. The Patriots are +3. I believe that number is significant in the playoffs. And knowing that they lost their quarterback, this is a damn good team. But look, yards per game, they're third best. Okay. They're second in points per game. Their quarterback kept this marvelous defense in. Unfortunately, I just don't see it. It may be close for a little while.
Who is the quarterback for this game, for the Broncos?
Well, as Big Dog just mentioned,
let me see if I can find his name.
Stidham.
There you go. Thank you.
Stop swearing. Sounds like you're spitting. Are you getting a cigar ready? You know, Stidham.
Tony doesn't use a cutter. Tony chews the end off like
he
a man.
did. He just did. Spit him. Well, it's Stidham.
Yeah, Jarrett Stidham.
Stop swearing.
Yeah, it's just that what I've got here. The Broncos haven't even got a quarterback up.
No, this guy as a backup just is
So this is his thing. It says Jarrett Stidham, whatever the fuck it is. Hasn't thrown a pass in 2 seasons, and the only snap he played this season came on a kneel down at the end of a blowout over the Cowboys. He's appeared in 20 games with 4 starts in his 6-year NFL career, and the Patriots tried to sign him last spring before he re-signed with Denver. Wow. They signed him for $12 million for 2 years.
Okay.
So he's in the first year of that 2-year contract.
this is easy for me to say, but as a manager that I would manage baseball, you have to keep your players fresh. I think this is a colossal management coaching failure that this quarterback with a 14-3 record does not have one snap. I find that hard to believe. Because I believe you got to get all of your players in. And for this backup not to have one snap all season, come on, they're 14-3. Were all of their games that close that their quarterback could never come out? Was that really the case? But anyway, he's getting paid $12 million. Put up or shut up. Yep. Oh, my God. It's 7:51 a.m. Gridiron Girl and Scorekeeper actually agreed on something? Damn.
So, and in the evening game is the Rams at the Seahawks.
Actually, let me back up, Big Dog. Sorry, let me back up.
Yes, sir.
Gridiron Girl is going to go for the
Cheatriots.
the Cheatriots. So I'm going to put that one in. Tony, did you want to give us your analysis or your picks, anything for this game?
I think New England should win, but I think the Broncos defense will step up because they know they got to win this game. So I think Broncos are going to come up with the upset.
Ooh.
I think New England's had a soft schedule this year, and it could come to, and they might be overconfident now going in.
Oh, big time overconfident.
Yeah.
Anime Girl. Oh, you already heard my pick. That was easy enough. We'll finish off with Big Dog. Anime Girl.
Well, I'm looking at the injury list here, and there's at least 4 definite outs on the Patriot side. But the Bronco side is not looking too hot either on safeties and tackles and what have you. They're not looking so, the defensive ends, they're not looking so hot on the injury list. So I'll risk it for a biscuit and go for the Patriots.
Okay, let me put that. I'm going to get to the J comment. Or Big Dog, would you read the J comment for me, please, while I get that one in there?
He will be Willie Berman for Denver Broncos.
I would be the Willie Beeman. Okay, Jay, come on, make it clear. Come on, help us out here. That's a big moment. Oh, Jay, sorry for your loss. Folks, we had a serious moment in Pomona the week that the 49ers won. It really happened. People are actually saying the video is fake, but a man with the machete, and I know the location, went after a kid who had a 49er jersey on. And he was trying to, whatever. He kept telling him, take it off, take it off, take it off. And that was crazy. It really did happen. It's a shame that people are that stupid. But he had a machete. It was, it was scary. Anime Girl. She's going to take the Patriots. All right. Jay, what are you doing? Oh, he's taking Denver. I apologize, Jay. Okay, so that's engineer. Oops. Did you guys see her comment? I think because I'm under the weather, I'm not feeling right. That's why I'm agreeing with you.
I can see that.
I knew there had to be a reason.
That was a well thought out, lucid argument. You can go to hell now. Big Dog, what's your opinion?
I'm going to take the Patriots, but I think Denver's, as Tony said, Denver's defense is going to step up. So I think it's going to be a very close game.
And you're going to go for Denver?
Yes. No, I'm going for the Patriots. I think the Patriots will come out. They'll come out in the end, but Denver will make a big game of it.
The movie on any given Sunday. Yes. Okay. That was Jamie Foxx. Thank you, Jay. You should have seen that one. Okay, fair enough. I apologize, Big Dog. Would you now do what you do?
What do I do?
Take us to the next game.
The next game will be on at 3:30 Pacific time on Fox. It will be the Rams going to Seattle, and as of now, Seattle is a 2.5-point favorite.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, they are at home. That's a shame. Well, okay. So, let's see. Rams and Rams and Seahawks. Tony.
I think Seattle's playing better football over the last month. Give me the Seahawks.
As much as I hate to agree with you.
Aisha?
Well, Seahawks got a 56.8% win probability, and the little old Rams don't have that much of an injury list, which kind of surprises me. I mean, 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 players out for a start on the Seattle side, and it's not looking good for offensive running backs or wide receivers or anything. So I don't know. I'm kind of confused here. Damn it! I will go against the Philly special, and I will go for the fluffy ones.
Okay.
Just to let you know, in their last 5 games, the Rams are 3-2, winners of the last 3 games in a row. The Seahawks, in their last 5 games, have won every single one. And I can't remember what their winning streak is. Actually, I think it's a little bit more than 5 games.
Yeah, you're probably right, but I've had to put luck with the fluffy ones all through the season, so I might be picking it wrong, but damn it, I'll go with the fluffy ones.
Jay says he's going for nobody. I can't stand neither one of them. Okay, thank you, engineer. Big Dog, you're gonna go for.
Well, after freezing their little giblets off last week in the stunner and one hell of a game, which was, of course, the Bears and the Rams game. I'm gonna go with the upset. I'll take the Rams.
Sorry, Big Dog. Okay,
No problem.
Big Dog and Tony. Love, respect, admire, but I'm going with the Rams too. I don't know why. Tony, you're right on everything, but looking at the numbers, yes, last 5, they're playing better ball, but overall, statistically, dude, the Rams outclass the Seahawks, but they're hot and they're at home. I agree with you, Tony. The safest, smartest bet would be the Seahawks, but you're talking to the scorekeeper. Oh, I appreciate that. I'm going for that laugh.
Tony,
Gridiron Girls going for the Rams. Sorry, Big Dog.
No, that's fine. Tony, did you happen to catch last week's Rams-Bears game?
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the only game I've watched since the Eagles lost because I was so sick of football. I couldn't watch any football, but I wanted to watch that game. Yes.
That was one hell of a game.
Yes.
That incredible, much as, I've been hard on Caleb Williams, since he became a pro, that scramble that he did and that last play to get him to overtime where he went back 20 yards and threw, falling away on the wrong foot, for a touchdown. That was incredible. That might have been one of the best passes of the year.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, and then he throws just as bad of an interception. Yeah. They had the game won. Just kick a field goal, just get 5-10 yards, whatever. Yeah. That was bad.
Yeah, I might actually be able to see these games. I haven't been able to. I thank that which is. I've been busy, and I consider myself fortunate. Today, I have 1, which is going to be 5, and I don't think I have anything tomorrow. I think this is my last day where I have nothing. Let's see. Oh, son of a! I have 2 appointments. And they're in office. Son of a win.
Well, you can, while you're doing, since you have a TV in there, scorekeeper, you can have the game in the background.
I have the TV right behind me. So
Yeah, you can have it
well,
in the
behind
background
the
playing.
client. I do. And then what's funny is I have another TV on which I'm trying to get to work again. But anyway, damn. All right. Hey, Gridiron Girl, I need an executive assistant tomorrow between the hours of 12 and 2. Are you available? Oh, no, 12 and 3.
Do you realise you might get the age-old response of Foxtrot Oscar? She may be otherwise engaged.
I don't know. That's why I reached out. But anyway, so hey, it's all good in the hood. It is 11 o'clock on the East Coast, 8:01 a.m. This is Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks on Saturday. Tony, hopefully we didn't dare you to waste your time this morning, but it's always a thrill when you're able to join us.
Yes.
Wow.
Woohoo!
Wow.
I taught her well. Yo.
Son of a. Okay.
Now you guys are at war.
Oh, he's at war with the world. Just, you know.
No. Only with those that I love.
Oh,
All right,
sorry.
well, I gotta head out.
All right. Yes, thank you for joining us, Tony. We really appreciate it.
See you guys
I hope you
next
do
week.
well. Hope you
Thank
blow
you.
out of everything. Come back
Hopefully.
with nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as I get a safe drive home, I don't even. Otherwise, I
Yes,
don't care.
please
I
drive
want to
safe.
get
Yes.
home.
I wish you a safe trip
Yes.
home.
Safe travel,
These
sir.
knuckles will be
Yeah.
extra white tonight.
Okay,
All right, you
All
guys.
right.
Have a
Take
great
care.
weekend.
You
Godspeed,
too.
buddy.
Bye.
Be safe. And make them sales, man. Oh, wow. That was really good stuff. Well, thank you, Gridiron Girl. Why don't you come on in and join us live? I'm not daring you to tell me that in straight, because I know you will. I'm not daring you. I'm just, come and join us. Hopefully you can. So anyway, it's all good in the hood. Big Dog, what do you
Yes.
have in the world of basketball? How's
Actually, it's just what I was gonna talk to you, both of you, about. I know Anime Girl's not a big basketball fan, so I don't know. Though, Scorekeeper, did you see the ESPN article that came out about the Lakers? And
the $10 billion in fight or something? I saw the
yes.
headline, but no, I did
Read
not
the
read it.
article. I hadn't read it either. I thought it was another just whatever article, but Jason told me to read the article. Oh, it's a long article. It's about a 10 to 12 minute read, so it is a very lengthy article, very well written. There's the Bus family pretty much is not a family anymore. Jeannie is now the only Bus left in the Lakers organization, as the two younger Buses, the half brothers, were let go very unceremoniously. They were brought in, told they were being fired.
Yeah, we actually
all
talked by the new owner.
Yes. They thought they were going to stay on for a little while. They didn't. But in reading the article, it makes it sound like there was a little bit of a collusion in this sale, the $10 billion valuation. Whereas Jeannie publicly is saying that it was an offer made by Mr. Walter in other words, he came to the Lakers. But it is now that it's been a few months, it has been broken down that key figures in her inner circle got big time bonuses from this sale, and that they were negotiated into the contract for the sale of the Lakers to Mr. Walter. The Buses, excuse me, the as I call them, the Rambi, because it's more than one Rambus, husband and wife. Linda Rambus got a $24 million bonus from this sale, and she is mainly a confidant of Jeannie Buss and doesn't really have a spot in the organization. Kurt Rambis, who is a basketball consultant, is his official title, received a $8 million bonus from this sale of the Lakers. So between the Rambuses, they got $32 million from this sale, just for, I don't know what they did. The lawyer and the financial person that was working with Jeannie Buss on this, they got big bonuses also in, I believe, the 20 plus $20 million range each. And all these were negotiated into the contract, that these people had to get these bonuses. These certain people had to be given these bonuses. So the Buss family that's on the other 5 Buss children that are on the outside looking in now on the Laker organization are saying that there was collusion in this contract or the sale of the Lakers, and it benefited, a lot of Jeannie's friends. Now, the Buss children, all 6 of them, they said after taxes, probably were taking home close to $500 million each from this $10 billion valuation sale. Because remember, Mr. Walters still already owned, I believe it was 20 or 25% of the team. So he upped it to whatever the rest of the percentage is. And the Lakers, the Buss family owns 17.5% of the Lakers still. So it was not a complete divestment, but they're still on there. And of course, Jeannie worked it into the sale also that she remains governor of the Lakers for at least for the next 5 years. So she has a guaranteed deal for 5 years with whatever salary comes along with that.
Yeah, she responded,
Yes.
Jeannie Buss,
Yes.
apparently to the negativity. She said this Wednesday, and I'm paraphrasing, she issued a statement on Wednesday to deny the claims in the report because, as Big Dog said, there was a lot in there. She apparently, in the ESPN report, criticized James privately. After
LeBron
the
James,
Russell Westbrook trade, which turned into a fiasco. Said the oversized ego and the overt control that he and Clutch Sports, which represents both James and Anthony Davis, exerted over the organization at times. Well, if that is true, Jeannie Buss, you're the owner. That's your fault. That's 100% your fault.
Yep.
You are the owner. If Pat Riley was here, that would not have happened. But anyway, I think they're trying to pull that crap over. And it didn't happen. Anyway, sorry. But Jeannie Buss, you're a phenomenal owner because you've led the Lakers and look, what's in your wallet? Jeannie Buss has been very smart. Or her coin purse, whatever. But the statement was that she denies the claims in the report. Per The Athletic, Jeannie Buss labeled the story as unfortunate. It's really not right, given all the great things LeBron has done for the Lakers, that he has to be pulled into my family drama, Buss said. To say that it wasn't appreciated is just not true and completely unfair to him. Jeannie Buss took control of the Lakers in 2017, 4 years after his father, Jerry Buss, passed away. He won the franchise's 17th title in 2020, led by James and Anthony Davis in the Disney bubble. And folks, again, it's a world championship. It counts. Little boys that live in mama's basements say, well, it was, COVID. Everyone played by the same rules, you illiterates. It counts. If they would have cut the season down to 5 games and whoever won still got the championship, same thing. It's the same damn thing. Stop crying. Anyway, Max Walter, who has owned the Lakers since the purchase was completed, as Big Dog alluded to, in October of 2025, the Purple and Gold have Luke Doncic as the star of the present and the future, while LeBron James, 41, not his team number, helps the team, although this time he doesn't have the keys to the car. Toma, as my supervisor used to say. It is a new era for the Lakers, but the ghosts of the past haven't stopped hunting the most iconic NBA franchise. The minute they use the word iconic, you know the writer had nothing else to say. It is one of the most lamest used words today. When someone uses the word iconic, they beat it to death. They actually don't even know what it means. The Lakers are not iconic. Look it up. They are beyond that. The Lakers are the legendary team. That would probably be more appropriate. But to say iconic, obviously the guy had nothing else to say. Anyone who uses the word iconic, I bet they don't even know how to use it in a sentence. Oh, well, the Galactic is iconic. Scorekeeper is never iconic. Hey, come on, guys.
I mean, the way most good writers talk about the Lakers is saying that they are one of the most storied franchises. That is a more proper way to talk about it. But the article, it mainly talked about the family dynamic. The part about LeBron James was a very, very small part of that article. As I said, it was a very long article. But I laughed when Jeannie came forward and said, it's unfortunate. And what was unfortunate is that it came out. That's what she's talking about. It's just like saying, when you're stealing and you say, I'm sorry, you're not sorry that you were stealing. You're sorry you got caught. That's the whole thing there. And I guess I'm boring scorekeeper, but it's okay.
No, dude.
I know. I was just picking on you guys. I was like, I'm going to get them now. Anyways,
I'm tired, man.
Another part of the thing about LeBron James, the way Jeannie was told, this was told from a lot of people that were around her, listening to her talk to her friends. So it was like the fly on the wall, as they say, that heard her say these things. Could be true, could not be true. Could be paraphrasing, but the gist is, she was not happy with LeBron James the last few years. That he was, he disavowed himself from the whole Russell Westbrook debacle. He was brought in because of LeBron James to placate him, to make him happy. And when it fell apart, he totally washed his hands of the whole situation, like he had nothing to do with it. The same thing with Bronny James. In the article, it does say that Jeannie felt that LeBron was unappreciative of the fact that they drafted, his son, and that he didn't really say anything about that. So she just feels that, Clutch Sports and LeBron, that they bent over backwards for him, and he has not really paid that back, I guess, publicly, talking about how great Jeannie is or how great the Lakers are, blah, 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 whatever. Now, LeBron James did come out also yesterday, and he says he doesn't read articles. He's not on social media. He says all he does on his off days is play golf or watch golf. That's all he does. So anything that's said about him, he says, I don't care. I call bullshit on that one because, yes, he does. He knows everything that's said about him because he talks about it. Look at the whole thing with him and Stephen A. Smith, their feud that they have going on. Because Stephen A. Smith said something about Bronny James not, really earning his way onto an NBA bench. And of course, LeBron James went ballistic on that last year or year before, whenever it was. So he does pay attention, but he's trying to play this off that he doesn't want to be a part of it. The way I look at it as a lifetime Laker fan is I only have a few more months of him left because the Lakers are not going to re-sign him. Walters will not re-sign that man. If they could trade him, they would, but he has that no trade clause. And he would have to okay the trade. And there aren't very many places he's going to.
And Big
yes,
Dog,
sir.
Sorry.
Yes, sir. No.
LeBron says he doesn't read anything. You liar. You mother effing liar. Because when he was told what was in the article, his comment was, quite frankly, I don't really get involved in that or the reports or whatever the case may be. And he said, it don't bother me. I am so happy that they quoted him you know, it don't bother me. Oh my, it could not have been said better by Scorekeeper. It don't bother me. What you should have said, Mr. LeBron, is I don't know what you're talking about. I am unfamiliar with any reports because I don't read them. But he said, huh? What? Oh, yeah, it don't bother me. Well, I'm glad that it doesn't bother you, but far be it for me to go on a lexiconal tirade.
I'll give Jeannie Buss the credit. She is a PR person. So she always has that squeaky clean image that she portrays to the masses. But as I've said, it doesn't matter how nice you are or how it seems like you're the greatest person in the world. When you're a billionaire or you're trying to climb that ladder to be the number one person, you know, you want to be Kobe Bryant, you want to be Kareem, you want to be Brady, you know, Montana, all those people, nice for the most part, but you got to be cutthroat to do it, especially in the business world. If you want to get to the top of the ladder in the business world, it's a cutthroat business, plain and simple. There are people you are going to have to go over or go through. It's a simple fact if you want that top spot. More so for a female, especially coming up in the 70s and 80s, which she did. So even though she tries, you know, happy face all the time, things are going great. You know, you read these articles that come out every couple of years where they, you know, this is what's happening in the background that no one sees and no one hears about. But the, you know, with the sale that happened and the fact that all the Buss family included, including her sister, Janie Buss, who was a year or a year and a half away from retirement. And when she told she was being let go from the organization, she actually pleaded with them to at least let her retire instead of being fired. Let her quit on her own accord, and they wouldn't do that. And of course, you know, in reading the article, they said all that came, the brothers that got let go, her sister that was not allowed to retire on her own or quit on her own, that all that came from Jeannie. Jeannie was the driving force on all that. Although it is said, you know, is Mr. Walters, new owner. He wants new ownership, new people in his organization at the top, you know, top levels, which of course all new owners want to do. You want to bring your own people in. But in reading this article, it seems Jeannie had a little bit to do with here and there, the people that stayed and were not kept on. So,
wow.
Yeah. And also the very end of the article, which I feel bad for, that the last time the entire family got together was Jerry Buss's funeral. That was the last time they were all together as one.
Yeah, well, this family tried to pull off a coup.
Yes,
against
the two brothers. Yes,
Jeannie.
and I understand that, but I mean the other ones, you know, like they say, Janie Buss is always in. I think she's in Napa Valley, Northern California somewhere. And she's always, anything that had to do with the family or business or whatever, it would always be like a Zoom call. So, and then holidays, she said holidays, it was only a few that ever got together. And then when they did get together, if they talked Lakers, it was a very tense situation. But if they just were doing everything other than talking about the Lakers, she said it was a great family time. That they joked around, they laughed, they told stories, they did this and they did that. As long as they weren't talking about the team or the organization, everything was fine. So, pretty sure this last holidays were very lonely for all the Busses.
Well, with the amount of money they had, if they were lonely, that's their fault.
Yeah, here's a question for you, Scorekeeper.
Yeah, I'm lonely too, so whatever.
If I were to say I'm going to give you $500 million after taxes, but you can't have an association with your family anymore.
Yeah. Because number one, quite frankly, it's too easy with $500 million not to have an association with your family. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, because they'll be on your no.
It's so funny. It's like that joke. It's like that
you
joke.
Could get them money. You could get them money.
It's like that joke when they say, if I'll give you $1 million if you throw one of your siblings down the stairs, and you're like, well, it wouldn't be a matter of yes or no. It'd be which one.
Well, I know which one, and because the other one couldn't handle it, the other one would, and we'd split the money in a heartbeat. I might give her 51% because she actually literally took it for the team, but that's about it. Yeah, no, $500 million. Yes, today, now. Don't think about it. Go.
But anyways, that was a very interesting, eye-opening article of what went on in the background this past 2025 and the sale of the Lakers, and how Jeannie and the older siblings were pretty much against the sale until the big valuation came in and the amount of money that they were going to get each after taxes, and the fact that they are still a family organization, and even though the Lakers are one of the most valued teams in the NBA, they can't compete with those billionaires. I mean, as far as the facilities, they have money coming in hand over fist with their deal with the cable system and just the fans themselves, but it's a family organization and they don't have the deep pockets, so to speak. Although it is different.
That, but okay, big dog.
No,
big dog. Please.
Well, no, what I was going to say is they talked.
I agree with you. My impression is I would not have thought that. That's what I'm saying. I agree with you. I'm good with that. I'm not arguing.
Although the person that wrote the article did talk about that, because that's what was being said by the buses. But I agreed with the writer when he said it's different in the NBA because you have a salary cap and you can't go over it. So, even if you don't have the $1 billion money of a Mr. Walters or whoever, the Mr. Cuban and, Mr. Ballmer, even though you don't have that kind of money, you still are on that same type of playing field because you can only spend so much. Whereas baseball is different. There is no salary cap, as the Dodgers are more than happy to tell everyone. But, so that part I was kind of like,
the Dodgers aren't the only billionaire owner either. So
I know. What the fun article that or a meme that was captured saying how the Dodgers signed 2 more players for, over hundreds of millions of dollars, but their salary cap went down by $3 million. Or their salary went down by $3 million because of Kershaw and someone else retiring.
Yes. And the Dodgers are using the bonus system. One guy got paid like $65 million, and $64 million was a bonus, and $1 million salary. Hey, everyone else could have done that.
Yeah.
But what the Dodgers are doing, hey, once again, I have been saying for the last 10 years, it's a great time to be a Dodger fan. I was a Yankee fan when they were the number 1 team, and they're not. Actually, I still believe the Yankees in purest form are still richer, but they're a little bit, a little less extravagant. They have alleged budgets. Nothing has changed. The Yankees are better off today than they were under Steinbrenner, money-wise.
Yeah.
And yet, look at what Steinbrenner did. And he did. He won 77, 78. I don't want to hear about the hip. He also won in 96. He won in 98. He won in 99, 2000, and he won in 2009.
God damn it, 77.
Okay.
77. We were robbed in 77.
Okay. You see, that's the history that the big dog and I have. And if you haven't seen the program, well, that's your fault.
He stuck his fucking ass out. I don't care what anybody says.
No. So anyway, right now, the whole thing in baseball, and hopefully I'm not switching gears
No,
that
you're not.
much, but everyone that lives in mama's basement is crying. Folks,
Oh, yeah.
I laugh when I read an article that says the internet is in an uproar. Is it the 1 or is it the 0? Which one is it? The internet is in an uproar. There is such a massive backlash on it. It's a 1 or a 0. It's nothing. I laugh incessantly when I read it. Oh, the internet is angry. It's like the car that just passed by. Who gives a flying F? The internet means nothing, especially when it says there's an uproar. Baseball is angry. The owners are angry at the Dodgers. They're probably jealous of the Dodgers. Yes. But the Dodger team is spending money to win. Yes, the Dodgers are better off than the Milwaukee Brewers, than the Minnesota Twins. But wait a minute, they're spending money. Oh, yeah, they're better off than Toronto. Wait a minute, they're spending money. Folks, this is America. There's never going to, you're never going to be equal. The NFL, there are billion-dollar owners, and there are non-billion-dollar owners, yet they still compete. Is there a salary cap in the NFL? I don't know, but it's working in the NFL, whatever they're doing. But no. The TV review is bullshit. Just remember that. You heard it here first. You've been hearing it for months. But going to baseball, there will be a strike. There's no doubt. I've been talking about this for 2-3 years. Yeah, actually, I do, Big Dog. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't mean to be. We are going to be watching the last full baseball season in at least 2 to 3 years. So this could be the strike that finally breaks baseball.
As far as them in putting a salary cap, you mean, or what?
With the way it works right now. So, yes.
Okay.
The owners allegedly are, it's done. There's going to be a salary cap. Okay, whatever. So what does the salary cap do? It means the owners spend less. So I can see them fighting for that. But what does it do for baseball? There's no minimum. Nothing's going to change if there's a salary cap. It just means the owners will benefit more. The only time you limit how much your employees can earn, there's no one that benefits but the owner. Look it up. Take your economics classes. Don't be stupid. Don't be American.
If they do input a salary cap in baseball, if it in fact does happen, what they also need to make sure is they do have a minimum. Because if you're going to put a maximum that they can only spend X amount of money, you have to have a minimum saying you have to spend at least this amount of money. I think that's only fair because there's a lot of small market teams or teams that have a very low salary that would fall below that threshold. Make them kick it up. That's what they do in the NBA.
George Steinbrenner said it before he died. I understand the issue. And he famously said to Bud Selig, because Bud Selig said, well, I'm in Milwaukee. I cannot compete with the Yankee broadcast team and the attendance and the standard of living. I cannot charge $300 a ticket, which is your like empty seat way up there. And George Steinbrenner famously said, well, I didn't buy the Brewers. But anyway, that was number one. That was number one. Number two was, you've now instituted your luxury tax. You've instituted revenue sharing. And do you know what gets on my nerves? I'm paraphrasing George Steinbrenner. That I am paying these teams, and he said so. I am paying these teams. And what are they doing with the money? They're pocketing the money.
Yep.
Nothing's changed. If you have a salary cap, they're just going to pocket more money. You think the prices are going to be capped? No, they're not. They're going to shoot up. And who is going to pay? The fans. So it's going to be, oh God, for me, it's going to be interesting. Oh, it's going to be iconic. I look forward to understanding the new structure. There will be a new structure. This union, it won't be broken, but these kids today, they don't understand what the baseball union is and what it represents. They don't understand. They don't care. They're ignorant.
Who's the union leader right now?
The former first baseman from Detroit, Tony the Tiger Clark.
Okay.
Donald Fear. Oh man. I really wish the baseball gods had him. Well, no. Donald Fear was FEHR. Donald Fear was one of the best union leaders of all time, especially in Major League Baseball. So look, folks, it's going to be a trying time for baseball. This is going to be the last full season we have in a long time. I see these players accepting the salary cap because they don't know any better. They're stupid. They're stupid. They don't understand. But if there's a salary cap, it'll water down even more. A lot of problems baseball has, but you, number one, limit the amount of pitchers. Then you make it competitive again. Limit the amount of pitchers on the roster. That's number one. And two, you're just trying to screw the fans by raising the prices. And these teams don't spend. The Yankees aren't spending. They don't. But yet they put a competitive team out there. We'll see how long that's going to last in New York. They have a good team. They really do. The pitchers that are coming back, if they're healthy, again, if that's a good team. A little weak on the end in the bullpen, but it's a good team. And Luke Weaver going to Boston. Oh, that one sucked. That one sucked. Oh, God, that one did. Good for Boston. Way to go. But
no,
Yankees.
Not for Boston. Not for Boston. Boston sucks.
I don't like Boston.
No one does, except Bostonians.
Well, we will on July 4th. Big dog. 250th anniversary of the United States. Isn't that crazy?
That's right.
And folks, I don't know if you've seen this. This is being advertised. The bottle, and I have nothing to do with this. The bottle your grandchildren will ask. Well, if I talk to my daughters, I don't think I'm ever going to have that conversation. But the bottle your grandchildren will ask about why this 250th anniversary personal reserve is the only way to mark 2026. Look at that bottle right there. Wow. Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, hold on. Oh, that's a nice bottle. Is that Crown Royal?
It looks like a Crown Royal.
It looks like a Crown Royal bottle.
I don't know who's making it. A piece of the Republic you can hold in your hands. Daniel, the People 250. I don't know who makes it.
Okay.
But it's here. You can check it out. It's neat. The bottle looks real cool. There it is. It's not that big. There it is in the hands. I'm not sure who makes it. The Personal Reserve Standard. I don't know. I'll have to look into it, but it's kind of neat. But it's going for $49.99. The regular price is $99.98. So I think it should have been something. They should have worked in $250 in there. Regular price $250, on sale for $49.99. So,
well, what the guy should have done is this one for, you know, for everyone, and maybe do a high end. I'm assuming it was a whiskey that was for sale. Do a high end whiskey and sell that for $249.99 or $250 even to commemorate with a slightly nicer bottle.
yeah, I don't know who does it. I really don't.
So is it a
I
whiskey
don't know if it's
or
a
what?
brandy or whiskey. Oh, whiskey. I guess that would be all American, right? The whiskey. But all right, folks. I'm saddened, but I am a season ticket holder for the San Bernardino 66ers this year. I'm looking forward to it. And we'll see what's going to happen. My daughter and I are going to go to the games, and it's going to be fun. We're going to be going to a lot of Tuesday games and a lot of Saturday games. It's a Saturday program, but because we purchased every Saturday home game, that makes us, season ticket holders.
Special. Makes you special.
Yeah. It gives us a discount on everything, and we get a lot of neat stuff. So we'll see.
Okay. This is the one you just showed, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
Hey,
you're buying the bottles. There's no whiskey in it.
Son of a. That's why it's $49.99.
Yep. You see, it says specifications: material, lead-free crystal glass, suitable for storing whiskey, wine, beer, or other beverages. So, package includes the U.S. 250th anniversary commemorative whiskey decanter.
Oh,
that's why it's $49.95.
I might still get it. It looks cool.
You can always put cold tea in it, and pretend it's full of whiskey. Same color.
Yeah, it does. It looks very nice.
Then if somebody pinches it and tries to drink it, you can sit there and have a laugh and think, ah.
Cold tea.
Yeah, cold tea.
Well, the Boston Tea Party.
My mother used to collect miniatures, and her first collection of miniatures were just empty bottles. So she asked one of the barmen what she could do to make them look a bit more like proper miniatures, and he said pour cold tea in them.
Oh, the post office is also doing a 250th anniversary edition bottle.
Whoa, hey, Big Dog, did you hear Anime Girl?
No.
Oh, he doesn't hear you.
No, John Morant out until after trade deadline with elbow sprain. Okay, I'm sorry. What did she say?
No, she was speaking right now. You don't hear her?
I don't hear her at all. Let me go out and come back.
Yeah.
There you go.
I caught that because you were right in the middle of your speech, and he just nonchalantly started talking about, oh, wait a minute, he doesn't hear you.
No, he didn't hear me. But as I was saying, she filled these bottles up with cold tea, put the little lids back on, put them in the cabinet so they looked cool, and we had a break-in. And these bottles got nicked. So when the police came to talk to Mother about what was stolen, she says, oh, my miniatures. So they said, well, what miniatures are we talking about? So she just rattled off the labels. And the copper stood there and he went, damn, he said, that's a lot of whiskey that somebody's going to enjoy. And then Mum turned around and went, nah, they're all filled with cold tea. And the cop just literally stood there and wet himself laughing. He says, "Oh, I wish there was a fly in the wall." He says, "It's about time one of these little sons of bitches got them and come up and."
That is funny. Yeah.
So you can always fill your whiskey bottle with cold tea. Then if somebody nicks it, you can have a laugh at their expense.
Well, if I had new clients, I gave them a tour of the office, and I told them, "Look, I have a coffee bar," and they're like, "Wow, we may have missed. We should have gone there." I'm like, "Yeah, well," but they're like 3 hours away, even driving. But my clientele, I may be running at 80% now at all FaceTime or Google Talk, whatever. For me to have a person in the office, I might be at 1 out of every 5 now in office. So I am about ready to move overseas.
Where to?
Yes.
No.
If it comes to it. That's why I'm taking all these trips again, folks.
Is Anime Girl there, by the way? Because has she said anything?
Oh yeah.
Yep, I've said something.
Okay, there we go. Now I can hear you. I hear you.
Awesome. Yeah, so, Big Dog. Like I told her, I guess you thought we were quiet, but she was talking, and you just so nonchalantly went to something. I said, "Oh no. He doesn't hear her." That's a Big Dog. It was the way that happened. I'm like, "Oh yeah, he doesn't hear." Sorry, continue, please.
Yeah. So where are you going to move to?
Well,
that's thought about
Indonesia.
That's
Indonesia.
Where?
Indonesia.
No.
Philippines.
There are a lot of islands, and it would be no me no likey islands and tsunamis. Me no likey that. So
Ensenada.
Well, not in
or a little further south.
I did like Mazatlan though. I really did. That was a nice little town. But
you could always move to Spain. There's a lot of Americans in Spain.
Yes, there is.
Move to Italy.
I can't see him eating the spaghetti.
And here's the problem. I love Italian, but I love Italian as much as I love Chinese food, as much as I love, Lebanese. I like it every once in a while. It's not my regular. And someone in my universe, that's their food, Italian. I'm like, oh, God. She wants to go to Italian every day of the week and twice on Friday. And I'm like, I know. So I think there's good Italian food, but I don't know. I don't know if I could do Italian. The climate is beautiful, the Mediterranean climate, but yeah, I just.
That's why I said Spain, you see, because you got the Mediterranean climate, but the language is probably better for you being of Mexican descent. You can speak the language, so you wouldn't be quite so out of place.
Okay, with the translator that you have on one's phone today, it's crazy. It's the translators are unreal. I do know a little bit of Italian. It's not enough to get by, but I could land in Italy.
I'm sorry, but that doesn't work. Just blowing that and doing this all the time.
I wasn't prepared to admit the extent of my Italian, but
waving of hands don't work anymore.
This is the Italian. This, and that. Those are the ones that I know right away.
And then, of course, speaking, you have to go like this all the time.
Which I've been accused of being Italian. Yes. So, I would probably look at the Adriatic, east of Italy, in the Balkans, now that everything is stabilized there. I might find that of interest, but then you got Santorini, that island down in, it's ready to blow up. It's just, I don't like Italy because of the volcanoes. There's a lot of volcanoes in Italy.
A lot of volcanoes in Japan.
I never said I wanted to move to Japan.
I'm just saying, you're saying there's a lot of volcanoes in Italy. I'm just saying there's a lot of volcanoes in Japan.
And there are a lot of them.
You can move to Greenland because it'll probably be a territory soon.
Yeah, it's incredible. It just may be our territory. It's crazy.
Don't you happen to live near a well-known fault in the Earth's crust? I mean, doesn't that come into you?
Dude, anytime a fat chick falls in Southern California, we have a 9.0. Okay.
There's always something somewhere. No matter where you move, there's some sort of natural disaster that is with that area.
Yeah, with Britain, it's potholes. We've got millions of the buggers.
Really?
Yeah,
Now,
we got more potholes than roads these days, and some of them would put the Grand Canyon to shame because they are that wide and that deep.
we in LA City, that's why I'm offended by, even though I no longer work for LA County, every time I would hear someone say, oh, the streets in Los Angeles are horrible, I'm like, no, they're not. Like, oh, I just drove in downtown. Yeah, that's LA City. LA County roads are well maintained. I am proud of that. Our roads weren't bad. People are like, well, what's the difference? Okay, yeah, literates. This is what it is. In LA County, you have 89 different little cities. And wherever you don't have a city, that's county maintained. That's what we maintain. And our roads are pretty good. And even the big dog will say, you know what? I had a problem on my road and I dropped.
That's just what I was going to say. I don't know. Roger to this day will say he didn't do anything about it. All I know is that I called Roger saying, hey, I know you work county. I don't know if you can help me out, but they just repaved the street with 3rd Street, which is the main street. They just repaved it, and they left the repaving part of a good 2-3. It was literally 2 to 3 inches, the dip, it was lower. So every car was hitting it, and they were either popping tires or
3 inches is a lot, folks.
And it was a lot. And all I know is I called Roger, and within a week, it was fixed. It was leveled off. And
this is what you
did tell me he made a call to wherever the call needed to be done, and he said that supervisor got into a lot of trouble because it was that bad, and I guess he didn't go back and check, is what you told me at the time, to make sure it was level.
I'd forgotten that because I would have said, do you know how this story ends? Big Dog called me a week later and said, hey, Raj, I want to thank you that this got done. I'm like, oh, really? Oh, shit, it got done. That's the way I would have told the story.
Yeah, but I did call you back. I did call him back a week later and say, hey, Raj, thanks for what you did. I don't know, if you took care of it or not. And then you told me, no, I don't take care of it, but I did make a phone call. And then you said you found out that the supervisor never went back or something to check on after when they repaved it.
Jay did it. It was under his jurisdiction. I called Jay, and Jay went all Thor on him. I was trying to think of a superhero. But it was Jay. Jay's the one that
Here we
did
go
it.
again.
Uh-oh. What?
Federal agents just shot another person in Minneapolis. The governor just reported right now from Channel 4 News.
Oh, cool.
So whenever they say federal agents, of course, they mean ICE. But anyways. But yes, so scorekeeper, I will always forever be indebted to him for fixing my road when I lived in that area, even though he didn't do a damn thing about it, but lift up the phone. But that's what he's good at.
It is easy to snitch. I told the Big Dog, I learned, the power of one phone call. And I got into it the last 10 years with the alpha dogs because I would answer, good afternoon, fleet management. Who's this? Well, I don't know. Who is it? They would get mad. And I was like, who am I talking to? I said, dude, how may I be of assistance? I'm going to tell your supervisor. And I'm like, dude, I'm already typing. Dude, I'm already typing. I'm going to snitch before you. And I would tell him, man, the one who snitches first wins. I would tell everyone that. He who snitches first wins. I learned that lesson. I did. I would tell the guys, dude, stop. Are we on the same team? Yes. Then stop being a dick alpha dog. I would tell them, dude, I could have already routed your call to the appropriate source. Just because you work with dickheads doesn't mean that I do. Don't assume as such. Oh, that's right. You're a county employee. Yeah, okay. So anyway, that's the stupidity that I'd have to deal with, the alpha dogs. And I eat those for breakfast. And I would tell them, well, I'm going to have to report it to your supervisor. Well, look, Sanchez, I already have your email. I already know who your boss is through my system. I'm already writing them a letter as to how much of a dick you are. And quite frankly, young man, based on your speech pattern, my letter is going to be just a bit more eloquent than yours. And I would tell him, go ahead. I've already told your boss that you're being a dickhead. I learned that if you ask someone to do something in the county, you email them. They're supposed to respond in 24 hours. They don't do that. You send them a reminder. But this time you include the supervisor. And sometimes, oh, sorry, blah, 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 whatever. And if it wouldn't work there, I could see the track through the email chain. It was easy to find them. So if the supervisor didn't respond, I would send another reminder a day or two later saying, hey, I'm trying to follow up. But I would send it to the person, the supervisor, and their supervisor. It eventually gets to, and I've been there for these meetings, so I'm acting this one out. This was my favorite one, where it gets to the district engineer, and he walks in and he says, who in the hell is Private Noriega? No, just kidding. The meeting goes like this. Who in the hell is Senior Clerk Roger Noriega from Fleet Management? And then there's a, why is Senior Clerk Roger Noriega emailing me? And those conversations do not go well because I've been in on them. And they say, why am I wasting my time with this senior clerk? Because you bastards haven't done your job. They don't care. They don't care what is in the email. They're like, why is Senior Clerk Roger Noriega emailing me? That's what irritates them. Mm-hmm. And when I learned that, I was like, I would tell everyone on my team, hey, keep it cool. We're going to find the cool supervisor. We'll get him. It may take a few days, but we'll get him. And it eventually gets to someone, and their thing is, to quote Jack Nicholson in A Few Good Men, who in the hell is Private, Santiago? And why is he writing everyone all these letters? Yes.
So in essence, he was saying, why is this guy who is so far beneath me that I should not even know who he is? Why the hell is he emailing me?
Yes. And when I learned that, I would get my way on everything, because eventually it gets to the person that will scream down and say, why the hell haven't you done your job? I wish I would have saved the email that there was this one super engineer that it was an issue of the vehicle being used or not used. And the guy wrote in the email, dude, what do we do? Do we apologize? Do we go hand in hand? I mean, we're really screwed on this one. And I'm like, how the hell did I get a copy of this email? And this was middle management. Oh man, it was funny. And they're like, dude, we got,
they CC'd the wrong person.
Yeah. You've got to watch who you send. So, but anyway, I love my time there. I did right by my constituents. I did, and I am proud of my career.
And you're also in the procedures manual now, right?
Several places. And I have a lot of contract language written. Guys, if you look at stuff, you can pick out my writing. It's funny. People would say, when I was writing the PEs, the secretaries were like, Roger, what are you doing? They would call me. They wouldn't call the supervisor. They would call me. What the hell does brain trust mean? Oh my God. I loved that. They knew I was right. So one time I heard a word that only I used, and it was in a department announcement. Like, hey, these guys aren't that smart. They don't know what that word means. So every time I wrote an evaluation, I would write a word, and I eventually figured out over the years, it takes 9 months for the word to percolate throughout the department. Because it becomes lingua franca eventually. And I enjoyed my time, guys. But I would love hearing my words in department memos and stuff. I'm like, because engineers don't know how to speak. They know how to do math. They don't know language. Except Jay. Jay's a beautiful soul. He knows.
Does Jay still work for county?
I only want to say that Jay is still an engineer, and I don't want to get anyone in trouble.
Does Gig still work for county?
Once again, it is far be it for me to say anything about everyone and anyone.
I don't know why I thought she didn't anymore. I don't know why.
No, actually she doesn't. And Jay still does. He still does. Yes. I don't.
Yeah, you're retired.
I'm better for it.
You've been away for a few years, but you were officially retired a few months.
June 13th, 2025. Friday, June 13th.
That was your retirement. But how long had it been since you actually been behind a desk there?
I have no idea what you're talking about, big dog. So we're good.
Because I was about to say, how long has it been since you worked there? But then you always love that little play where you say, I'm at my place of employment.
Yeah, Big Dog would call me. This is how, look, both of us be stupid naive from time to time. And Big Dog would be like, hey, Squirkyberg, you working right now? Well, he didn't say Squirky. Hey, Raj, are you working right now? Well, I'm at my place of employment.
That was like, God damn it.
Because I knew what he meant. Am I available for a quick call or whatever? He says, are you working right now? Well, I am. And I always had a different line.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my God. I loved what I did. I did. There's no doubt. I was fortunate, but it's all good in the hood. So anyway, do we have any more? We've gone over a lot of news this morning, but do we have anything else we want to go over?
A lot of stuff.
No.
The trade deadline in the NBA is coming up very soon. Probably next 3 weeks is a trade deadline. Of course, lots of conjecture of a lot of players, whether they're going to be moving or not. Giannis, of course, from Milwaukee. There's a lot of talk about him possibly being traded.
The Lakers.
But now he's injured. He said he's going to be out at least 2 to 4 weeks. He injured his calf last night. So I don't think he's going anywhere. He's their main guy. They're paying him a ton of money. So, and he just signed the contract. I think he's got like another 4 years left at like $65 or $70 million. So that's a big chunk of money to trade for. Because remember, people, you trade money for money. You don't trade players for players. It's always money. So you have to make that work.
That's how a salary cap works.
Yes. And of course, there's always talk about LeBron James being traded. Of course, he is one of 2 players that have a no trade clause in their contract, so he has the right to veto any trade. So I believe he's off the books. There's a few. Ja Morant is a big one. Of course, he's had his personal problems, as we've gone over many, many times. But he is now hurt, and he is not going to be back till after the trade deadline. I don't know what's going on with him. I've talked about this earlier when the season started in October and November. I've seen him play a few times. He's so unmotivated in his play. I mean, we always talked about him, or at least I talked about him, or years ago when he first came on, that he felt everything had to be an ESPN highlight. So he was always at 110 miles an hour. And this season, I thought he was LeBron James because he'd be standing in the corner doing nothing. A la LeBron James. He would just kind of be there. They'd pass him the ball, he'd pass him back. His playing time was cut down dramatically. His scoring average has gone down, like I believe 5 or 6 points this season. So it just seems that he's either not happy with the team, with his situation. I don't know what it is. I think personally it's bullshit. We're paying you $30-40 million a year. You better go out there and play every single goddamn day. But that's me because I'm old school. Because I don't care. I'll make you run the bleachers. Can you imagine, Roger, if they tried that? Can you imagine if a coach actually tried to do that, to make the player run the bleachers?
And anime girl, could you imagine?
No.
No.
I can imagine a certain tall Mr. Hendry doing that.
Yeah, these guys won't do it today.
Oh no, today I doubt it. Today the two how should we say mollycoddled the players now.
Mollycoddled. I haven't heard that
in a long time.
Yeah.
Well, pardon me for being such an old fart, but I don't care.
No, that's not what we mean. We mean it's like we've used that one before. We have not heard that one in a while. That's what we meant. Don't ever say sorry on this program, damn it.
Yeah, what was it they used to say in the John Wayne film? Don't say sorry, it's a sign of weakness. She wore a yellow ribbon. That was it.
See, and I heard that when I used to watch NCIS. Mark Harmon would say that for his character Gibbs. That was one of the Gibbisms.
Yeah, I first heard it in that particular film. Actually, that particular John Wayne film. She wore a yellow ribbon. I remember hearing it on there. Brittle says it quite a lot to the two lieutenants, because the young one keeps saying sorry, sir, and he turns around when he says, "Don't say sorry. It's a sign of weakness."
I think it was the funniest thing that John Wayne, one of the biggest, toughest guys out there, cowboy, the whole 9 yards, and his real name was Marion.
That's actually a little more common than.
Yes.
Look, I mean, Joe Robinette Biden. I mean, come on, dude.
We had a wrestler over here, and that was his name was Marion.
Really?
He used to go by the name of Big Daddy, but he was called Marion. And I went to school with a boy who had the name of Hillary.
Yes.
In Britain, Hillary is a boy's name.
I've never heard Hillary as a. Well, yes, I have. Okay, I take that back.
Edmund Hillary.
Yes.
That's the last name. That's one of the more famous ones. But yes, there are people for the United Kingdom first name Hillary. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're male, not female. They are male.
Yeah. That's an English thing.
I'm glad you clarified my statement for everyone.
And like I've always said, the guy that got his ass kicked from kindergarten all the way till he was old enough to defend himself, and then he got his revenge. And that one former NFL player, Marion Butts.
Oh, yeah.
That kid, he got his ass kicked every single day on his way to school and back.
Till he started
till he was old
football.
enough to, yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, he probably find his favorite record was the Johnny Cash song, Boy Named Sue or something.
Oh my God, that is funny. I like it. That's good. Anime Girl, did you have anything else that you want to talk about?
No, I did find something in my inbox which kind of threw me. I was going to put it up while Billy was around, but I never got round to it, unfortunately. I'll stick it in the private chat and you can go and have a look. It just kind of surprised me because wouldn't have thought somebody like this would have ended up in that way.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that is. Would you also put it in the chat room, please?
Yeah, I can do that.
Is
Do you
that
want
the former
wanna
Raider
take the lead?
player, former Raider Eagle player that they found dead?
Yeah.
That one?
Do you want to go ahead and go on that one?
Yeah, sure.
There it is. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. A former NFL defensive lineman was found dead on Wednesday morning at a homeless encampment in LA, prompting police to launch a search for his killer. Kevin Johnson, 55, who once played for the Philadelphia Eagles, was discovered at an encampment in the Willowbrook area after sheriff's deputies responded just after 8 a.m. to a report of an unconscious man in the 1300 block of East 120th Street. Officials said he was pronounced dead at the scene. An LA native, Johnson played in the NFL from 95 to 97 with the Philadelphia Eagles and the Oakland Raiders.
Yep.
Friends said Johnson struggled with health issues later in life that ultimately led to him living on the streets. However, they describe him as generous and beloved figure who continued to make an impact on those around him, according to WPVL. Then it goes on to describe other parts of his life on the streets.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, I remember reading also that they said his cause of death was blunt force trauma.
Yeah. Johnson's cause of death is listed as blunt head trauma and stab wounds.
Yeah.
I've got here.
He said it was around 120th Street and what?
1300 block of East 120th Street. 1300.
I believe I'm in the area because there's the wash right here, and that's probably where the homeless encampment was. 1300 East 120th Street.
Of East 120th Street, yeah.
Oh my God, I was off by 1 block. There it is. I figured that's what it was. Yeah, it's right there. There's a lot of encampments right around there, yes. Yo, you can tell that's remnants from the homeless encampments.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Oh, yeah, there it is on that side, too. I used to have the key for all those gates. I used to be able to go through all of them. But I don't
You were the gatekeeper?
No, but I had a key. I actually had a key for all the road maintenance yards for a while. Yeah. No more. No more. I do admit. Oh, no. Ooh.
No, don't
Sorry.
admit.
Nothing.
No, never admit anything.
No, a statute of limitations.
No comment.
Oh my goodness. It was about traveling. That's all. It's not bad.
So since you're not there anymore, should I turn the keys in that you made copies for me? Should I turn those in?
Oh, you're funny. You're funny. No.
I am just to put it. I am just kidding, people. So it's not. It's just a joke.
Yes.
I want to say that on there also.
Because the keys did not cassette, do not duplicate. So.
Oh yeah, like people didn't make copies of keys that say that.
You can actually tell some of the homeless encampment where they would be, and unfortunately, not too far from me. I saw them yesterday because it rained. They're over here on Reservoir under the railroad tracks. They're right around here, and it's really sad. They're very wide crossings underneath, but all in this area there was about maybe 30 people, which I saw yesterday coming home, and I was like, wow.
Hey Raj, did you see the news yesterday that they arrested that one guy who was supposed to have been distributing government money to the encampments to help the people that were homeless.
No, I've
He
been. I, yeah.
was arrested yesterday because he pretty much stole $25.4 million of government funds and used it for himself. Bought houses, Range Rovers, went on expensive trips over around the world, in fact. And he finally got arrested yesterday. It was a 1.5 year investigation. I guess they started finding stuff out, and they were saying that his invoices to these phantom companies, were fake. And he doubled down and went, "Oh, well, those aren't. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the real invoice." And he made up some more fake invoices. And the whole time, he pretty much used all his money um, to better his life and his family. He paid for his kids' tuition, two kids' tuitions to private school through the money that was supposed to be for the homeless. They even had the stuff that I guess part of the money was to help feed the homeless and give them 3 hot meals a day. And what he did was he bought ramen and a microwave and just had it placed in a rec center or something like that. And they were just getting food as they needed. So all it was ramen and a microwave. And he's out there buying, $150,000 Range Rovers.
Look, what you're telling me could not happen in my department because of the way we operate. For someone to be able to take 25 point some million, you see, here's the thing, folks. Here, and I'm going to say this right now. I am actually going to talk to some entities. I'm going to say, hey, I want a job in the investigation field. I know where to look. I know what to look for, because of my 33 years of experience. But based on, all kidding aside, everything you just told me could not happen in my department, because if you want to do business with the county or even my department, you have to contact another department to get registered. You have to get certified. So they did the due diligence, and you can find their business. Look, I mean, there's ways to get around everything, okay? But that would not have happened in my department because of the amount of monies that you can spend. And you have to have a lot of authorities to do. So if this guy stole $25 million in 1 year or 30 years, management is just as culpable, because you're supposed to audit. You're supposed to do site checks. I did site checks. I would check vendors if they were real and see the work that they were doing. So, to get away with $25.4 million, he was not the only one doing it. And I accuse management by being stupid for not doing their job. They're just as culpable as he is. And I challenge them, because there are so many things that we had to do that it couldn't happen with me in my department. And that angers me, because this person did steal. And
yeah, it was government funds, so it was the federal government that didn't do their due diligence. It was not a nonprofit. It was a homeless. The company that he ran was supposedly legitimate. That's been around for a couple of years, and then I got this massive funding, and he just, like I said, fake invoices, fake this, fake that,
okay.
and was.
Do you know the site? Didn't mean to cut you off because I'm just dying. We have contract monitors that are supposed to investigate that, in addition to auditors, the financial people. There's just so many things that based on what you just said, could not happen in my department. But to believe that it could not happen, that means it is happening. So what do? You have to have a robust check system in place. And that's what angers people. They say there's so much red tape. The red tape exists to not have fraud. You can't have it both ways. You don't want red tape, you get fraud. So if you want to look for fraud, you got to look for the people that have been in the system. And I am dying. I'm chomping at the bit that I want to do that stuff.
Okay, here we go. Federal prosecutors announced Friday that the head of the Federal prosecutors announced Friday that the head of a South Los Angeles charity was arrested on wire fraud charges, accused of stealing more than $23 million meant to help people experiencing homelessness and spending some of it on luxury travel, including stays at Maui, a Maui resort featured on HBO's White Lotus. Authorities say that Alexander Sufer, 42, ran Abundant Blessings, a Hyde Park-based nonprofit that received more than $23 million in homelessness funding between 2018 and to 2025. Prosecutors allege he pocketed at least $10 million for a $7 million Westwood home, private jet trips, designer shopping, and vacation properties in Greece. Despite contracts requiring 3 healthy meals a day for more than 600 people, prosecutors say Sufer-run sites were sometimes fed only ramen noodles, canned beans, and breakfast bars heated in a microwave. In July of 2025, city investigators publicly raised alarms about a contractor serving mostly instant ramen to unhoused residents, a practice Los Angeles Controller Kenneth Mejia said fell far short from the contractual meal requirements.
So they had contract monitors checking out the thing. But
Yep.
guys, again, 25 million, is that 1 year? Is that the investigation took a year and a half? So how long did this go on for? Come on, guys. There's a lot of people who are, he stole the 25. Oh yeah? Who are the ones who was holding the purse strings? They're just as guilty.
Says according to U.S. Department of Justice, Sufer contracted with the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, or the LAHSA, to provide housing and supportive services across South Los Angeles. By July of 2023, prosecutors say he had multiple agreements to shelter more than 600 people at various sites. Investigators allege Sufer attempted to conceal the scheme by submitting fake and misleading invoices, at times using the names, logos, and addresses of real companies to make it appear vendor and rent payments were legitimate. Authorities also claim he falsely said his charity had a legitimate board of directors, when in reality some members did not exist and others had never even heard of the organization. Federal officers say between 2018 to 2025, Sufer received more than $5 million directly from LAHSA and over $17 million through other nonprofit special services groups.
Again, could there be fraud? Yes. But the contract, 25.4 million is such a huge amount. Yeah. The contract monitors were doing their job. They really were. They were investigated, but it took a year and a half to investigate. Come on, man. Come on.
And I saw this article yesterday on the Channel 5 News, KCAL. And at the very end of it, he is the last of 3 that I guess the federal government has come down on. There was another guy that stole 26 point something, and another one that stole, I believe it was 11.3 million. And then this guy Sufer at 24.3 that have been apprehended over the last, I believe, 6 months or so. Or arrested, excuse me, not apprehended,
okay,
arrested.
Great. They were arrested, but the money was lost. The services were lost. The faith in our system was lost. And the failure is, look, on a personal note, do not quote me on this, the homeless situation, actually, no, I shouldn't comment on that right now. For obvious reasons, I probably should not comment. All I want to say is that when you have $1 billion a year budget to house people, you're going to have a lot of $1,500 hammers, and you're going to have a lot of $2,800 screwdrivers. It is the voluminous nature. When you are ordered to do something, if you don't spend it, you get in trouble. And it's sad. It's sad. But I'm not going to say anything further because I believe I am a little too close on that. So
you're saying it's a case of use it or lose it?
Pretty much.
Yeah, and you of all people who are in the military understand, and that Big Dog does too, and a lot of people in the audience. If you don't use it, your budget gets cut.
Yep.
And it's not that you want to do a good job, but there's always that one little bastard that figures out a way. Look, I knew of ways, and I instituted security protocols for that reason. I mean, it used to anger me that the field guys had pagers, okay? This is one little abuse. And when their pager would be low on a battery, they would give me the battery, or they would give me the pager, and I would replace the battery with the new battery and give them an extra one just in case. Almost everyone knew that, and it was cool. You always had an extra battery because if it goes, it goes. And how do you communicate? That was back in the 90s. I had people that would come in and they wanted 12 batteries. No. Well, I need batteries for my pager. No.
Yeah.
So
here's one.
Myself. Yeah. Here's one and another. And they complained about me. And they said, no. Roger he replaces the battery and gives you an extra one. That's the audacity some people had. I'm like, what the hell? It's not going to happen. Not going to happen on my watch. I was trusted in my position for over 20 years, and I was proud of that. Where I could control the theft or the misuse, I put an end to a lot of it. I found it amusing when the superintendent accused me of taking paper. I told Big Dog about this. I lost my shit. I said, look, you fat ass mother. I said, you better call the cops right now and let's go to my house. You're accusing me of paper. And then we're going to go to your house, you fat ass shit. Because I had receipts for everything because I was careful. I remember telling the superintendent one time that I used to buy big envelopes that I didn't buy at work deliberately. Whenever I bought at work, I didn't buy, I did that. And I got angry because we started buying a certain size. I'm like, oh, shit. Remember I told you that? It screwed my whole system. But I did that. My Uncle Rudy, who just passed away, is the one that taught me this valuable lesson, and I believed him. Don't lose your job over a pin. Remember I told you that, Big Dog?
Yep.
Don't lose your job over a pin. And
I remember one time when I was with Thrifties, or before Thrifties turned into Rite Aid, was Thrifties. Security, would come in every so often. They would just talk to management. So he thought he hit the payload with me because he came in and sits you down one-on-one and this, that, blah blah blah. And he's like, do you ever think about stealing from the company? I go, yeah, all the time. And he's like, what? He brings out, he starts writing. He goes, why? I said, well, because if I'm thinking about how people could steal from the company, I can prevent that. And so I can stop them from it. And he was just like, oh.
What a dumbass. Yeah.
And he was like, so you've never thought about stealing from the company? Or, you never, a candy bar, the way they did it. Oh, you never got you were on break and your break was almost over and you didn't finish, you didn't have time to eat your candy bar. You would forget to pay for it maybe. And I would be like, no, I'm not going to lose my job over a candy bar. I go, I'll tell you right now, if I'm going to steal from the company, you're going to close the doors on Friday night, and on Saturday morning, they're not going to be a goddamn thing in the store because I'm taking everything. Read about it
in the news,
I'm going to pull an 18-wheeler up to the damn doors, and I will take everything in this company. That maybe would be worth it. I'm not
That's
going to
funny.
nickel
That's
and
funny.
dime myself and lose my job over that. Hell no.
My Uncle Rudy, God bless his soul, he told me, don't lose your job over a pin, Roger. And I did the best I could. And I was proud of that. And like I said, look, I had the candy store. I had the pantry. I had everything. But guys,
You had the keys to the kingdom.
I did. I genuinely did. But you see, but this is what I was up against. We would go to the warehouse and you would get supplies that you need. Up, we're out. Up, we're out. And I'm a retail guy. I'm losing my mother effing mind. And so I had a small pantry and I provided little sundry items for our crews to have. And if I don't have it, I'm not doing my job. Right, Big Dog? How
Yep.
can I be out of stock? That's my job. I had the suntan lotion. I had the bee kits. I had a lot of things that the guys would come in and they would take the suntan lotion 1 or 2 a day. It was those pads, remember, in the 90s that you would wear? I had all that, among other things. So my thing was, if I ran out of stock, what am I doing? Because we were told, right, Big Dog? You can't sell what you don't have.
That's right.
So I'm sorry if it's becoming a holier than thou thing, but I did have the keys of the kingdom and I enjoyed it. And I had them for 20 years. I was proud of that. And I did get into it with the superintendent, my immediate superintendent. God bless that fat fuck. He's dead. And God bless him for being dead. He had the audacity to accuse me of taking something. And I said, get off your fat ass and let's go and see. How I was so angry at that. And he was the one taking paper home. Fucking fat ass. But he's dead. He already had
caught?
That 8. You know, a senior clerk accusing the superintendent. Yeah. End your life.
No. I'm saying, did you report? I'm saying, did he ever get caught?
No.
Anybody? Okay.
No. But I'm at, and everyone in the county knows who I'm talking about. That's why. You know, he was my superintendent for a while.
So right now, Jay and Gig are laughing.
Gig, I doesn't remember the name, but she knows who it is. And Jay may have met him. But Jay, this is the superintendent that I made the joke on. Dave Alexander walked in on a Friday, and he says, hey, Raj, do you know where blanky blank is? I said, no, Dave, I don't, but I'll find out for you. I stood up from behind my desk. I walked a little bit. I took 2 steps to the right. I put a knee down, and I put my head to the floor, and I did this. And I'm like, and the engineers, the assistant section head is looking at me. And I'm like, got him. 20 clicks due east, moving north to south on the 605. And he was like, and he ran out. Oh my God. That was funny. I mean, that's the asshole that I was. To know this, and I swear, you guys know I don't swear all that often, but this guy was this guy was an SOB.
That was both of us at the same time.
This guy was an SOB. So,
Yeah.
and he's
You
dead.
you saying you don't swear is like the Sahara saying it's not a desert.
I believe you. So anyway,
Nice.
sorry I went on that tirade. I'm happy I'm gone. I enjoyed my time. I did my service. I'm proud of my service. I tell everyone what I did. I am proud of it.
Yes.
My evaluations speak
You
for
do
themselves.
circles.
I never did get an outstanding because, as I told the superintendent dean, he says, Raj, how does one get an outstanding? Well, unfortunately, you got to do a lot of this. You got me. You can't say. I already told this story. You can't say that. I'm like, hey, well, come on, man. She says, really? How do you get an outstanding? Well, you really got to do a lot of this. I did it in front of like 4 or 5 people. They couldn't laugh because he was their boss. I wasn't. He says, don't you dare use that. Like, you can't use that. Get out of here. Like, I've been getting a lot of that lately. In my final few years, my supervisor would say, Roger, go take a walk. I'm like, oh, I just had my break. Okay. So
question.
Yeah, to
I have a
get an
question.
allow me. I'm
expansion-
going to finish the story. So I go back to my desk because I told him, dude, I wrote evaluations for 10 years. I wrote 40 evaluations for 10 years. I know exactly what's required. But this is what Roger would do. So I know exactly what's required to get an outstanding. As evidenced by the fact that Roger has never received an outstanding, apparently my skills are lacking. The guys laughed at that. I said, well, I'm not good at it. I walked out an hour later. One of the guys came over and says, Roger, yeah, Dean got an outstanding. Well, shit. I was like, wow. I was like, uh-oh. That was fun. That really happened. That happened in 2022 because it happened because I told Big Dog it happened the day it happened. Oh, my God. Oh, man. And then it turns out that he became my boss 3 months later. Oh, that was a tad uncomfortable.
So to get it outstanding, you got to put your nose where the sun don't shine, and I'm not really into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really into that. You know, I like my nose in the fresh air, not where the sun don't shine.
Same here. I had a question for you though. So in your last couple of years,
Yeah.
did you guys still use actual maps, or was everything on the computer?
Oh, damn good question.
And I'm only bringing this up because you started off drawing circles. So
I don't think so.
it was all digital.
Yeah, it
Okay.
had become digital. They had their phones. No, you know what? They might have still been using the maps in 2010s. I don't know about the 2020s.
No, I'm talking about the last couple of years.
Yes.
That,
No. I think by then we were all digital.
Okay.
Guys, it was funny. I could spend $3,000 in the warehouse just as a joke. I could spend getting all these supplies, high ticket items. Really, I could get a briefcase that cost $50 out of stock, and yet I could not get a Thomas guide that sold for $26.
Are you serious?
Remember?
Are you serious?
You don't remember? I needed
remember that one.
section head approval to get a Thomas guide because everyone wanted a Thomas guide because they were $30 back in the 90s.
Yeah,
That
but they
was
were
crazy.
worth every single penny of it, though.
They were, but you needed section head approval on
Wow.
your ticket. And then I'm like, spend on one Thomas guide, I need my boss's approval, but yet I could get a material requisition form and get $3,000 to $5,000 out of stock on a whim. That was funny.
That was
because there
that
so
man.
much
That
depth.
for me, that was my bread and butter. The Thomas guides. I had the L.A. Orange and the San Bernardino Riverside County. I had them both in the trunk of my car for when we had to travel, because there was no internet back then. Everything had to be done, by hand.
I never told you about that, huh? There were some items, dude, that were sectioned.
Yeah, no, you didn't tell me that one. Yeah, the Thomas guide.
That wasn't.
Do they still make Thomas guides?
Yes. They're owned by Rand McNally.
Okay, which is a map company,
there's a
of course.
digital
Yeah.
Thomas guide, but
Okay.
I think they still have the books, but very few people buy them now.
Oh yeah.
I
But
remember the 90s.
they were accurate as hell. All you had to do was look up your cross streets, and it would tell you your bar grid. As long as you knew how to read the bar grids, you could go anywhere.
Yeah, it was very easy to read a map. Nowadays, you give a map to kids, and they think it's like some stupid movie poster.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a map of LA, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?" They're like, they don't get it. I said, look on the backside. Look for the street name. Do you see the street name? It's in alphabetical order. And they're like, what? Yeah, A, B, C. And then look over to the right. Do you see B4? That doesn't mean yesterday. It means the grid on where you can find the street.
I always remember in the army when you did map reading, they used to use the acronym. You've got to go across it before you can get up it.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I like that.
That was the way they taught you in the army, because you had
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 or 7 or 8, 10 or 10 figure grid reference numbers, and they'd say, you'd sit there and you look at this map and they go, it's quite simple, people. You've got to go across her to get up her. And
That's
that's stuck in your mind. That's stuck.
We didn't have
And
that.
it makes sense.
That's how
it makes
we
sense.
looked.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Big Dog? We
Yeah.
looked across and then up or down,
Yep.
depending on where the grids were. Yeah, we did the same thing. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I guess in our days, we were taught stuff.
Well,
Ooh,
yeah, I
actually
mean,
taught things,
when I started working in the dark ages, the phones were tied to the wall; they didn't go anywhere.
I do admit, I do get a kick out of the memes right now where they're going around asking these kids, when were you born? Oh, 2003. When were you born? 2006. When were you born? 19. And then you see the Jurassic Park.
The Jurassic Park, yeah. I've seen that one.
Yeah,
That's
That
funny as
is
hell.
funny. That one
Yeah.
is funny. I get a kick out of
yeah. I get in there first because somebody turns around to me and says, you're getting on a bit. When were you born? I go 1800 and frozen to death before the dinosaurs.
Big Dog.
that gets them. That gets them because they stand there and look at it and go, "Hey, what?"
I like that meme. That one is a funny meme about your birthdays. That one is funny. And I'm not offended. It is what it is, man. What are you going to do? I like that one.
The other meme that I like too, for that tells you how old people are, is the person's walking around like in an office, and they say, "When did you graduate?" And the girl or guy will go, "I graduated in 2016." And they're like, "Okay, what's Jesse's number?" And all the ones that either graduated like in 1995 or right around that time, every one of them knows Jesse's number.
8675309. 8675309. And sadly, someone had that number in LA.
Yes.
8675309. Funny the stuff we remember, right?
True. Though.
We can't remember what we ate yesterday, but we can remember the lyrics of a song from 20 years ago.
Yeah, well, when you're getting old, when you walk in the room and you stand there and you go, "What the hell did I come in here for?" And then it clicks in your brain. Why are you asking yourself? You don't know. So, you're getting old when that happens.
Yeah. Oh my God. I gotta admit, this last 38 minutes have been pretty cool on the program, dude. Yeah, just remembering that stuff. And I apologize, folks. I know I went off on my former employer, but for the most part, there are good people that are there and they are trying to do the right thing. There are the lifers and there are the people that are just so bitter that it's like, dude, what? If you're that angry, go somewhere else. And there are people that do stuff. They find ways. I mean, there was this real cool supervisor in the bridge section, I think it was, that one day he didn't come to work. He'd been arrested. He and his wife were arrested by the FBI.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that was a bump. Well, we had a student worker some years ago that they were surprised that I knew about it. A student worker was arrested. The FBI came in. They were in payroll. And they just walked in. The kid was there. I don't know, male or female. And they identified him. They stood up, turned him around, handcuffed him, and walked him out. And what this stupid little kid was doing was in payroll, you had access to all the personal records of the higher ups. And he was stealing their identities and they were opening up credit accounts and stuff in their name. And how did they figure it out? Well, one of the deputies, the high up, one of the 10 deputies or whatever, they were talking amongst themselves. I'm like, yeah, I had some identity theft, about 5,000. Oh, yeah, so did I. What? And, they started asking, and then it was like all of them. They reported it to law enforcement. And yeah, so people were surprised that I knew about that. I'm like, shop steward, don't be a dumbass. Roger knows everything.
Do you remember?
And I did.
Do you remember back in the day, Fuentes when he robbed 546, your old store? Do you remember that?
Fuentes, Mouse Fuentes. Son of a bitch.
He was supposed to close and then open the following day. So he closed up. And you remember, so this is 30 days. So you lock your door and then you put the big key in for the time lock. Remember that?
Yeah.
So what he did is, and it was a closing cashier, and he gave her a ride home to make everything seem even more normal. What he did is he just locked the bottom door and he just put the key in, but didn't actually turn it to do the time lock.
He figured it out.
So he took her home, and then he came right back to the store, went in because he didn't set the alarm also. And he went in and he took everything out of the safe. He didn't make any of the drops all day long.
And
this
what
was a Friday.
means by drops is the cashiers, when they got to $800 in sales, they had to have a pull because they carried $100 till, more or less. When they had $800, the supervisor had to pull it, literally a pull or a draw, depending on where you are. And all those envelopes, what were the denominations of the drops?
It depended, of course, on your store, but what you would do is let's say you were the cashier and I had to get a pull from you, so I'd pull the money out at $600, $800, whatever.
It was probably more than that, yes.
Yeah, to put it into your, give you your ticket to show how much I pulled. I then put it in my own locker box, and then when the pulls get to about between $2,000 and $4,000, then you fill out the bank deposit slip, and then you drop it into the safe.
So,
and what it is you reach to the back, and there was a little slot because it was double.
Yeah.
So you reached in and you dropped it, and it would drop into the bottom part. And you couldn't get it out. So what Fuentes did is he kept all the store's take for the entire day, which was Friday night, and you know how busy 546 was then. 546 on a Friday.
Yeah, 546 in Commerce was on average a $10,000 a day sales.
Yeah. More so on Friday and Saturday.
And Saturday, yes. It was.
So what he did is he kept the entire store's take in his locker box. He didn't make any drops all day long. So that when he came back at night, he emptied out the safe. So took all remember every manager had their little lockbox. So he took all the managers' money boxes.
That was $700 each.
Yeah, which is usually 4 of them, because there's usually 4 members of management and key associates. So he took all 4 of them, took the entire day's deposits, took all the change that's in the safe, money and everything, fives and singles, took everything.
Figured out 1, 2, 3 drawers, entertainment, the front drawer, and the pharmacy.
And
that's another 300. I forgot, which was what, 50 or 75?
50, usually it was 50. Okay, but don't forget, you had extra bags, because remember, the tills were double tills. So you could essentially have 2 each. So you had at least 3 or 4 extra bags of money for the till money in the safe.
Right. I was just thinking the media.
So he took everything. So
minimum 30,000. Maximum.
I think I remember being somewhere around 27 is what we were hearing, because of course they weren't releasing the actual number.
Yeah.
But everybody, everybody heard. So this would have been early 90s when it happened. So I think you were already gone.
Fuentes? Yeah. Mouse Fuentes.
Yes.
That means he was thrifties.
Well, no, he had, from what everybody said, he had a little bit of a problem.
That's not the Fuentes I knew. I guess
no one knew that. No one.
Well, I had a family member that was funny. The eternal cold. And I couldn't believe how ignorant people. I am naive when it comes to this. But I challenged my wife one day. And I said, well, you know, all he does is this. I'm not going to say anything else. All he does is this, this, and this. I'm like, bullshit. He's not making a living off, you know, flipping that. Well, yeah, that's what he does. He always has, you know, one outside his house. He is not making a living where he lives. Woman, he has the eternal cold. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, he has in the winter, he has in the summer. He's not from Hawaii, where all the dust in America gives them problems. See, he has the eternal cold. She's like, son of a bitch. My wife was like, ooh. So, yeah, I know what he was doing. He actually, okay. I was about to give it away who the member was. So that's it. That's as far as I'm going to go. But I was like, I'm usually the stupid, naive one, and I knew. Yeah.
So he took everything.
You know what was the other reason why? Because all of the family would have me do their taxes except for that one couple. And I'm like, there's no money to report. I'm not that stupid. I know. Yeah. It's like, they would never ask me questions. Everyone in the family always, they're like, hey, they were the only two that did not. I'm like, yeah, I'm stupid, but not that stupid.
So he takes everything. Was supposed to open the following. He's supposed to open Saturday morning. Of course, the cashier is there. The the morning people are there. He doesn't show up. So 8 o'clock comes around, 9 o'clock comes around. So they're making calls, and I believe Greblo. They finally got a hold of Greblo. I think it was still Greblo at the time, and he came down and
Greblo moved 760. Remember, in El Monte.
Yeah, afterwards, yeah. But I think he was there when the theft happened, because you were still, when you left, Greblo was still manager, right? Or no?
No, he was already over at Monte.
Okay, so whoever the manager was,
still there.
Whoever the manager was,
After me,
he got to the store, was pissed off because he couldn't get a hold of Fuentes. Of course, opens the door. All right, let me get in. Let me get a safe. He does the combination, opens it up, and there's not a goddamn thing in the safe. So comes back down, gets the workers in, closes the door, has them make up a sign saying we're temporarily closed. Immediately called the police, called the DM.
You had to call corporate to let them know the store was closed.
Yep. Yeah. So, well, I think he called the DM first, and the police, and the DM came down or whatever. And then the only reason why I remember is because I had to go. We had to give them part of our money to help them open up the store. So we had to give them at least like 3 teals worth of money, some change. And
needed at least
so I think I went down there about maybe 11:30 with money. By the time everything all got, police were there and all kinds of shit was just going down. And then we heard he had went to. We heard he ended up turning himself in like 6 or 7 months later.
Moron.
Because I guess he fled to Mexico. And then something was going on with his family or something or other, so he had to come back, but he knew he was wanted. So he came back with a lawyer saying his mea culpas, and I have a problem. So they put him in rehab, and he got a lighter sentence because of that, and promised to pay back and all this other BS. And I don't know what happened to him after that. But it was crazy.
I did not know any of that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
All right, fair enough. Okay. All right. Wow. Sorry, big dog. Yeah, no one knows what we're talking about, dude. None of. This is
only former drug retailers that worked in the business or actual thrifty Rite Aid people know what I'm talking about. Which aren't a lot of probably out there that listen to our sports show, so who knows?
Which is why I'm keeping quiet, because I am lost.
I apologize. That's crazy. Yeah.
So I apologize also.
No. I mean, it's just we really went off. That's funny. I have a classmate who's down at Cabo San Lucas right now. That is funny.
Cool.
I just, well, you don't know who he is, just a classmate, but I think it's cool that he's there. And I'm like, hey, I was just there 2 weeks ago. All right. Anyway.
So when is your overseas move going to happen?
Oh, big dog. I'm looking on places where to go. That's why I'm still going to be traveling to other parts of the world over the next year.
Will you be here? Will you be here at the Universal headquarters at least till 2030? It's 4 years.
Oh, I mean,
No?
if we stay here, we stay here. But I'm going to spend the next 2 years traveling to different places. Yeah, maybe 3 years. I don't. That's a good question, dude. It's about 50-50. It really is.
That's why I was like, oh, okay. Let me give him an actual thing that he could work with.
There's one good thing, big dog. I'm perfectly safe. There is no way a certain Mr. Noriega is ever going to come and live in the United Kingdom, because
I was just going to mention that he needs to go and have a trip to go visit you and see your wonderful country see your wonderful country.
Now, we're not his kind of people. We're too we insult people too much. You know, we love verbal abuse.
He'll fit right in. What are you talking about?
If I were to go to the United Kingdom, I would be looking up in Scotland. I would further north. Historically, I would love to be right. I would love to be up in the Scapa Flow area.
That's on a bloody island, you nincompoop. That isn't even on the mainland. That's on a bloody island.
Yes,
in the middle of
Scotland, up there. Yes, Scapa Flow.
Yeah. They've got no bleeding trees. You walk out the front door, you're likely to lose half your bloody hair on your head because the wind just keeps going. You know, it doesn't stop it.
Well, he doesn't have to worry about that.
I mean, even the sheep hide on the beach.
Sorry, Raj.
No, don't be. I said, don't say sorry on this program.
Yeah, I mean, Shetland. Yeah, you could go to Shetland. That'd be nice. You know,
they have a lot of ponies there.
There's always one. There's always bloody one. Yeah. All I will say to you, big dog, is please camel. Okay, that's all I will say. Please camel. And for those that don't know, Foxtrot Tango, go look at earlier episodes. You'll find it.
Okay, well, we've really gone off topic on this one. I want to thank everyone. I gotta go. It's 9:53. I have an appointment at 11, so I gotta get to that one. And I'm looking forward to who it is anyway, which is really kind of neat. And it is all right. I've enjoyed this program. I want to thank Tony for joining us. Gridiron Girl, you got to join us, woman. So, Speedy, where the hell are you, Speedy? Dream.
He's probably watching the WWE because all he keeps putting up on Facebook is WWE things. So he's probably watching WWE or eating ham and something else. I think he put up as well.
Well, I'm happy for him. I have to get a.
Well, it's because we're behind because he forwarded the live TV, so we haven't got caught up to him yet.
Big dog, damn boy. That's all. Damn boy.
All right.
You're starting to savage people now. Oh yeah.
All right, we're good, guys. I gotta go. I am really super hungry. I thank the big dog. I thank Anime Girl. Thank everyone that stopped in with us. And it's obviously a lot of fun right here. So we will now see you guys next week. But for now, this is Sports. Oh, sorry. We have tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific time, Trekking Across the Universe, reviewing Star Trek Starfleet Academy. And on Monday night, we have Trekking Across the Universe, reviewing A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
I just saw, heard an article that Star Trek something or other was a movie. Okay, yes, it got nominated for like 12 Razzies.
Yeah, I've heard
Oh,
it's
that
good.
could have been the Section 31 movie.
Okay, maybe that. Yeah.
Maybe, but that was in January of last year.
Well, that was last year. That the Razzies are for last year, 2025, the calendar year.
Star Trek. Hold on. Movie Razzies 12.
Maybe not 12, but I know they got nominated.
Section 31, 3 days ago. Nominated for 5 Razzies.
5 Razzies. Okay.
That funny. Yeah, it's funny how I would, when you said Star Trek movie, I'm like, that would be the Section 31 movie.
And I will forever tip my hat off to Halle Berry, because she actually showed up to the Razzies and accepted her Razzie Award for Catwoman for worst actor and worst movie of the year. And she was there proudly accepting her award.
And earned a lot of street cred because of it.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. All right, folks. For now, Big Dog, that'll be it. Big Dog, take us away, please.
All right, guys. Have a fun weekend. Catch the 2 football games that are there tomorrow. And of course, by Sunday evening, we will have our Super Bowl opponents, as we will, the winners will both go on to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. Other than that, guys, be safe. Don't drink and drive. If you're going to drink, don't get behind the wheel. Call a friend, call a relative, call an Uber, call a Lyft, call Roger. He'll pick you up. He does both. But anyways, everyone out there, be safe and enjoy sports and have a fun weekend.
Bye.